Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today you guys get to see my entire fucking area for some reason. And for whatever reason, it says the Hades one shot. How's it going, everybody? My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the beginning, the return of Chapter 3 of Soulbound. I hope each and every single one of you guys are freaking excited, because I know I am. I've been bouncing up and down the walls this entire, well, pretty much all week or whatever, to get back into the fray and play some D&D with all my friends, and pretty much start, pretty much showing everybody what we've been working on for the longest. That being said, we do have a couple of announcements to go over before we get started, and a lot of them at that. Let me just changing everything over off to the side, getting this done. It's been a long while since I messed with this overlay specifically. But how's it going, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well and more. There's not really anything I need to talk to you guys in chat besides just saying thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with or Soulbound and Project Aurora, and also me as a person and as a whole and constant creator. Thus far, it's been a hell of a journey, and hey, this is just the next step in a new chapter of, well, D&D. This is the beginning, so let's hope it's a good one, and let's hope that we can start off strong. That being said, let me know in chat if you guys ever have any issues, like whether you guys can't hear me for whatever reason, or maybe like something's off, like something audio-wise is off, like someone's low, or whatever of the sorts, and then I'll try to, hopefully one of the players or one of the mods will let me know, and then we'll get, I'll be able to fix it, right? That being said, thank you guys again. Let's do this, and let me show you something that has been in the works for a long while now. It is not done. It is not done, and that is the crazy part. But we actually have a new overlay for the likes of all the different campaigns in Project Aurora. Those of you who guys are in the Discord chat, you probably have seen them before, but we actually have a new dynamic overlay such that will essentially change throughout the likes of the game. Some of you, Rick, you also redeemed your inspiration die a little bit too early because now you won't be able to see it, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek, right now. Let's go see exactly what's happening in the world of the Ascent. Also, hello Shane, how's it going? Welcome to the show. So, this is the likes of the overlay. Oh, I see a couple things are a little bit off. I can fix that easily. But this is the likes of the overlay and more as we're getting started with everything. You'll see as there is basically, oh, it just deleted it for whatever reason. That's fucking weird. Oh, wait, no, I'm an idiot. It's just underneath. There we go. Here, it's gonna update in just 2 seconds. But basically, as you can see, is we have all the overlays pretty much designed around the theming of the campaigns and more. We have the likes of, and we're also going to be working on adding a little bit more stuff to it. But if you look over to the right, you'll see the players and their little character images and icons. And each and every single one of the borders are going to be different and dynamic based off of the character's personality, their goals, and more. So you'll see Zephyr's a little bit, obviously being a pant sailor. You'll see as there's like an anchor, and you'll see as there's a little bit of seaweed and stuff forming amongst the wall. For Ingot, you'll see as he literally took a bite out of his overlay, and there's a little bit of mushrooms and shinies off to the side. And for Spike, you see the Sewer King basically slowly writhing out from below. And we're going to have this for every single one of the characters and in every single character part of every campaign. And you could also, if you look a little bit closely, you'll probably see a little bit of Easter eggs every now and again and all that good stuff. But whenever you guys, also to explain this, whenever you guys redeem any sort of channel point related stuff, you guys will actually see as it displays on screen in this little cinematic that shows, hey, a spirit rises and a health potion is provided or whatever. And that is, I rigged that dynamically with the likes of Leorin board and tons more. But also the last thing before we get started. Well, actually, I'll mention that. I'll mention that in a minute. But in pure Ascent fashion, let's see if we can unmute at the time where they're just talking about some absolutely wild stuff. Let's see if we're back. We're truly back. I'm gonna unmute. They're quiet though. I'm scared.
You go to see her, and then like there's just a massive cavern with skeletons lining the wall, just mining. Like hundreds of thousands.
And skeletons don't get tired. It's a perfect plan.
It is.
Skeletons can't tell their parents, you know?
Well, their parents are fucking dead, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, orphans are just skeletons waiting to hatch, right?
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're definitely back. How's it going, everybody?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
It's not the Ascent unless I unmute to something like completely stupid or just ridiculous.
Look, we're just talking about the ethics of having orphan miners, okay?
We're saying
Orphan
it like
miners
it is,
who could
Sensei.
never
We're
die.
saying it like it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, as you do.
We're saying what everybody's thinking.
As you do. Well, hello everybody. Let's get started. Let's not waste any more time. Let me go over these announcements really quickly. They're pretty fast and all that stuff. Couple things, everyone, is that we already decided the two people to be the default, not leaders, but the default intuition check makers. For those of you guys who are part of the Soulbound campaigns, you kind of know what we're talking about. I'm gonna give an announcement for like exactly how boss fight mechanics and all that stuff work out. But we're not gonna do that today because first session back, motherfuckers, boss fight. Let's go. Nah, that's not gonna be how it is. I can just tell you guys that right now. Right. But so be sure to look into that soon. Second announcement is new channel points for everybody. I mentioned this before to the likes of stream, but basically the way channel points have completely changed. There's actually a couple of new additions that have been made from the likes of how inspiration die work. And you guys can read the announcements and all that stuff from before. But basically you can only give inspiration die to one players and they are complete re-rolls as well. And whenever you give an inspiration die to someone who already has it, they basically give it to one of the other players, so everybody gets a chance to, be inspired. The other thing is you guys can actually affect and change the weather at one point. I don't know how much it'll do really in the in the snow, but because you only have two options right now between like clear skies and also the likes of just rain / I think snow or whatever at the moment. But yeah, that being said. That system will be active probably next session but probably more so for Secrets in the Sands and Valley of Dreams, not necessarily the Azure Taiga and Rime of the Frost Maiden at the moment. So if you do redeem it, I'll just give you your channel points back for that one. Next up, the lore challenge begins for each and every single one of the campaigns and all that. So for those of you in like Secrets or in Valley or whatever, then you guys can actually notice as in the top right of your little splash screen, there is basically a challenge of guessing what is the next exotic weather effect in Voden. Once you do that, then basically it will display, you guys will be able to be rewarded, and I believe it's either a magic item or it's going to be in permanent inspiration, something like that. One or the other. But that being said, Spike, you did receive an inspiration from the likes of Ducky, and Ducky also did gift a group of PCs a survival resource. I believe you have to choose which resource you want to give, and it's only a +1. It's something a little extra, but that's about it. All right. Any other announcements? Okay, last thing. One, if you haven't already, if you are just joining us for the first time and you don't know who the fuck I am, hey, my name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master. I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora. If you want to get caught up on any of the sessions, be sure to go sub to the YouTube channel. We uploaded all of the VODs from the previous arc and more. And you can get caught up that way after the likes of this session. And also all the players, if you want, you can do that to catch up if you ever miss a session or anything like that. Last but not least, final announcement before we get to roll some dice is we are at the moment at 13,080, or well, not 13,000, well, let's not get a little ahead of ourselves, but 1,389 followers right now. Now, I think realistically we could maybe get to 1,400 followers and we could hit that little milestone in the likes of this this stream. That being said, hey, if you haven't followed yet, be sure to hit the follow button right now. If you got any friends or whatever that are interested in joining in the likes of a Project Aurora or watching an awesome little D&D stream and game, and hell, even being a part of the universe, send them the link to the stream. We'd love to have them. We'd love to see the Project Aurora family grow. That being said, mods, if you guys can do project, and yeah, that's it for me. That being said, anything you guys from the players side got any questions, got any things to say before we get started?
Ingots level 3.
Ingots level 3, got it. Wait, really? I thought I updated him to level 4. I guess not. Ingot, he is level 3. We're gonna update him to level 4. Oh boy. All right, custom. Max, you did shout out project, ! Project. There you go. I don't know who the Twitch channel project is, but I don't know if they want a shout out from us. All right. that said, I think we're good to go. Does anybody else have any more questions before we get started? All right, I'll take that silence as we're ready to play some D&D. Okay, let me move it.
We played Dungeons and Dragons.
We play Dungeons and Dragons. All right.
Dragon!
It's been a while. Oh man. All right. And also to signify a new sort of change in the chapter, I did actually get a new theme song for the likes of the Ascent for today. So hopefully you guys can hear it. If not, it's fine. What can you do? All right, let's do this. Let me pull up my notes. Oh boy, it's been a minute. All right, everybody, let's do this. So, I would like each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors. The tale of a looming corruption and more. For this be the infamous fable of the Ascent and the legendary tale of those soul-bound. Our tale began with 5, and the likes of strange individuals all awaking simultaneously from crystal prisons in a room filled with stone, ancient writing, and forgotten magics. After breaking out of the room, they'd come across the likes of a final individual in this would-be mineshaft, an Inoculi Bloodhunter in Spike. Our heroes would battle against threats of intense strength and fight their way out of the mines, ascending from darkness. They'd travel throughout the lands of the Azure Taiga, briefly before a strange divine mist would take the heroes from this world, in Voden, and transport them into the arena of the gods. Here, they'd meet the likes of adventurers wielding strange marks similar to themselves. They'd make allies and for some even best friends. However, they'd need to complete the trials in order to grow in strength and gain the ability to escape. Hard-fought battles would ensue, bonds were tested, and memories were forged and even forgotten. But ultimately, the trials of the gods would be no match for this motley crew, who would eventually call themselves, funny enough, the Descent. After being contacted by Karanos the Stormfather through constant omens, their journey would lead to a specific mountain in Voden, the highest peak across all of the realm. However, upon reaching the base of it, they'd be met with forces known as the Corruption, who seek to kill them and erase them from existence. They'd fight on and try to rejoin the likes of Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, and at the top of the mountain, all before being stopped by the Corruption, and a massive mechanical creature wielding allies in hand and threatening their very lives. The Descent. It's been a while since we've returned to the likes of this tale, but what will you make of it in this next chapter of Soulbound, the Ascent? With that, let us begin with today's session. Oh boy, here we fucking go. Alrighty. That being said, let me give you guys a little bit of ambience, and I think it's time that we, I think we look over to where you guys left off, because, you kind of left off in a little bit of a hurry, if I remember right. I'm gonna pull up the Ascent. I'm gonna switch over, to here. Here, we're gonna open it up this way. Twisting mountain climb. Oh, we'll just open it up this way. Come on, stop being stupid. There we go. Activate. Alrighty, and let me give you guys, well, this. Oh, God. I know that PTSD is probably kicking in from the likes of this shit. Alright, from seeing all the likes of the Corruption and, well, the Stormbird. You got your ambience. So, as we return back to the likes of where we left off, we look to our heroes as they sprint for their very lives from the Corruption. hell begins to break out simultaneously, and you see as the Stormbird, this mechanical massive beast, begins to swoop down and surge with electricity, bringing forth a chaos storm. You feel the wind almost blow you forwards from the sheer gust caused by its wings. You see, however, in their mouth lies an individual familiar to some, a white-haired bijou with crystal arms bloodied and little signs of life, if any. You, Zephyr, would know them to be the likes of Thorin, an individual who triggered the likes of memories from the past and more. But as soon as you all witness this, down below, you begin to hear yelling, and you see as reinforcements in the form of the likes of Rime of the Frost Maiden begin to appear. You see the likes of Arya, Groswarl, Karos, and even an old friend in Roland with them, as well as several other individuals as they bring in an army to assist you all. However, from the likes of the bird screeching and the monster noises made, you all begin to hear a rumbling from afar, and you glance upwards to find a mass, a collective, a storm of snow rapidly swarming down the mountain in the form of an avalanche. As this begins to happen and occur, the noise beginning to sort of almost or emanate and immediately shake the entire area, you see as Rime instinctively begins to look towards the snow and tries to flee to safety to meet you out or somewhere else, not here. And you see as the avalanche forms, and though individuals begin to try to seek safety, the corruption, they do not. You look and see as they begin to start swarming over around you from any and all sides, and you book it instinctively to try to find safety anywhere but here. As you do, let me change maps and show you exactly where you are at the moment. Real quick, as we switch scenes, let me know if any of you cannot see anything off to the side. Also, I need to make it where chat can see you guys, so let's do this. But yeah, let me know if any of you can only see a black screen.
I can only see a black screen. Oh, no, it's fine.
Oh, good for me.
I'm okay.
All right, if you're good to go, then we can keep on moving on. All right, everybody. We're starting things off, and we're starting... Oh, we got a little bit of... Seth, am I good? Uh-oh. That's it?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Okay. I was just making sure everything's okay over here on your end. But
Yeah,
we're starting everything... We're starting everything off a little bit, right into the fire. As we left off in the likes of, well, as hell was breaking loose. We're gonna start with a skill challenge, everybody. So here's how this essentially goes. Well, as I've mentioned before, you guys have done skill challenges, but to recap and sort of re-jog your memory and everything, basically the way skill challenges work is you will have to use or tell me exactly how you're using specific abilities or spells to aid yourselves in the likes of escaping the likes of this avalanche, but more so not even really the avalanche. The avalanche isn't really much of an issue. It's more so the likes of the corruption and the Stormbird chasing after you all, right? And also you overcoming the likes of different sort of obstacles being thrown your way left and right. You guys again will have to use ability checks of your choice and describe how you're using said ability checks to aid you and allies in this case. Keep in mind, you guys can assist each other by describing how you're going to help and give each other advantage and all that good stuff. That being said, there is a specific thing. For certain times, or certain occasions, if you ever find yourselves where the point where you are basically in danger, and you'll know exactly what that means when I describe it, trust me. If you ever are endangered and basically you're completely surrounded and at this point incapacitated, you will not be able to make a skill check. You will have to rely on your allies to help rescue and save you in that moment in time. Does anybody have any questions on how skill challenges work or anything like that? They need me to repeat anything. I'm more than fine to do that.
I think I've heard about these before when it came to a video about the quick saving, and when you use a spell during a skill challenge, is that spell used with a spell slot, or is it just like you use the spell and...
Oh, so I homebrew it. I'm not gonna be a stickler or whatever for it. Hey, go crazy. You guys can use spells and all that stuff, but I won't make it count as a spell slot or anything like that.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna be mean about it, you know. Also, one thing should be noted, you guys all, because you did level up to level 4, you guys are full health, full resources, full everything at the moment. Any exhaustion levels did carry over, but I don't think anybody was exhausted. So, alrighty. That being said, anybody got any more questions before we get started?
So the goal of this, is it to try to hunker down until the avalanche passes, or are we trying to outrun the avalanche, or that hasn't been decided?
A little bit of both. You guys are trying to find essentially shelter away from the likes of the corruption and also kind of the avalanche and the stormbird, wherever that may be, whether it's in a cave, in a forest, or whatever said. That being said, mechanically, a little bit of out-of-game information, you guys are going to be moving your tokens upwards, or northern part of the map, following the little paths and all that stuff, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Or, fuck it, you can, honestly, if you want to just start climbing this shit, you can just start climbing the mountains and say, fuck the path. Do what you want. That being said, alright, any other questions that we got?
So we're reset as far as like spell slots and health goes.
Yep.
Cool.
How shiny is the avalanche?
How shiny is the avalanche? Consider, or it depends on how shiny you consider snow. And lots of it.
Very shiny. It depends on the angle.
It depends on the angle.
Coming in.
Oh man. Alright, well, I think that we're all good. So, let us get started with everything. Alright. So, as we pick up exactly where we left off, I need one of you to roll a d6 for me.
Who wants to do it?
Will I do it?
Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d6.
D6. You got a 3? Alrighty. That being said, 1, 2, 3. That's funny. All right. That being said, if you guys want, you guys can talk, or you guys can basically talk as you guys are rushing over, trying to escape from the likes of the side and the corruption itself. You find yourself surrounded, and all the individuals sort of behind you, as this massive sort of storm or mechanical bird, this mechanical beast, is flying over towards you, only about 80 feet away. They are closing distance, and they are closing distance fast at this point in time. What are you all saying, and what are you all doing?
How high is the sun in the sky?
Sun in the sky? Funny enough, you actually can't really see the likes of the sun through the likes of the blizzard itself that seems to be forming. It's hard to kind of even really get much of vision in general, in fact.
Spike's gonna look around to see, first off, how far is the avalanche front from them, so like to try to gauge how much time they have, and also looking around trying to find any kind of cave or recess in the mountain where we could hide from the brunt of the avalanche.
Sure thing. Make a perception or investigation check. Perception's with sight, investigation's obviously intelligence.
I'll go for perception then.
All right. And while you're doing that, to describe it, so the avalanche, it's not, the reason why I say it's not really much of a threat is the avalanche is sort of coming off more so on the side, or on a side that you guys aren't necessarily on. Now granted, the snow is building up, and it, after a little bit of time, it will get into your way, but not at this very moment in time. Maybe give it a couple, like roughly you got a couple more seconds, maybe a minute or two even before it hits you. More so, you're kind of worried, well, some of you, not all of you, more so worried as what it's going to do to the likes of the Ascent, who seems to be running directly away from the avalanche, if that makes sense.
You mean Rhyme?
Oh, yeah, Rhyme, my bad.
Okay.
Now I'm confused.
No worries.
2 snowy campaigns, fuck! Alright. So, while that's happening, what'd you get, Spike?
Rolled 17 plus something.
Oh, I see 17, 18.
18.
So, 18, ooh, that's really good. So with an 18, you look over off to the side, and you, with your ocular sight, trying to pierce through the likes of the snow and the storm, you see maybe upwards, a small sort of alcove off to the side, but it's gonna be a heavy sort of trek upwards to get to it. You figure that maybe you could use it as a little bit of safety, but it is far up the likes of this mountain. You have a little bit of time, and it's definitely a risk, but it might be one of your only options, if not the best option, to probably try to run from the likes of this snowstorm. But I'll let you know if you do see anything else that may be a little bit more feasible and closer on your trek upwards.
We gotta take shelter. Let's go. Let's get moving. And I'll start jogging, I guess.
Easy enough.
Hold on. Let's see if we can stealth this. And I'm going to use Silent Image to cast a like a blanket of snow slightly above us, so that from the sky high view that it has, it just looks like snow. It looks like there's nothing there. And I'm going to deliberately say, mask your footprints. Walk slowly, muddle them up.
Interesting. So this looks like a blanket of snow from above or just all around you guys right now?
From above and kind of like with like a bit of a trapezium shape. So that there's still a bit of cover for us, but we can see like where we're walking. Like a bit of, like 5 feet of like 5 feet above the ground, so we kind of can see the ground in front of us a little bit.
Gotcha. Now question now for a big thing. Can you move this silent image or is it stationary?
Yes, I can move it.
Hell yeah, alright. So as you begin to conjure the spell, forming the bits of snow and more around you or over it, it seems to be as you almost throw the likes of the corruption off, it seems to be that they're definitely stumbling and they're trying to figure out exactly where you all are at this moment in time as they're having a little bit of trouble seeing through the snow itself. However, you look over and above and you see as the mechanical beast is flying above and they're still rapidly approaching towards you, or at least in your general direction. It seems to be that you have a bit of time, but you move slow and try to get out of danger. You guys can move your tokens a little bit forward.
Oh, guys, you in the back. Use your tail. Mask the footprints while we go.
As we're running, whatever Rokaz can't catch, I'm gonna be throwing what kind of looks like handfuls of maggots behind me as I cast Infestation behind me as we run along, so that the maggots are gonna like flip around in the snow and hide our tracks.
Oh god! Alright, as you begin to conjure the likes of the spell, you see the eye on the mall begins to shine forth, and so do your eyes as well, as you see as maggots begin to slowly start rising out of the ground and begin to start flipping about, so that almost destroying the likes of your tracks along the side with Rokaz. Between the both of you, and also everybody trying to be a little bit slower paced, you're definitely not going to be able to have anybody follow your footprints. Alright, you guys can move your tokens a little bit further.
How obvious is the avalanche?
How obvious? It's pretty obvious. It's not really a way to miss it unless your character was kind of blind or really oblivious to a lot of things. So the choice is yours, Ingot.
Honestly, I think Ingot probably hasn't even noticed the avalanche at this point. He probably just thinks it's still just regular snow, but so he's just following along, like playing along.
You got it. Now you would be able to hear it and feel it, but you probably are not necessarily connecting the dots. That hey yo, it's an avalanche about to like literally crush all of you guys, right? All right. That being said, you guys can keep moving forward. It seems to be that there's a pathway leading over to the east, and also getting nearly close, where you have to sort of go almost one at a time before accidentally running into each other and throwing each other off the edge. But regardless, you guys continue forth and you move on. In this case in time. Go ahead, Limpet, or Myra.
I'd like to use the Detect Magic. However, I checked for it, and Myra is still Meta Magic.
Still Meta Magic. So you did change it though, like recently, right? Yeah. Okay, I can change it again or import your thing. And while you're doing that, you're casting Detect Magic on the area. All right. As the sonar begins to sort of go off, you see as for a brief moment you look around trying to get a hold of your surroundings or any arcane presences. It doesn't seem to be anything different or differing note. You do see as behind you, there's definitely a heavy bit of magic from the likes of the corruption. Divine magic is what you get or able to understand. From the likes of the, well, I don't know, how far is Detect Magic out? To, like, how far?
I think 10 feet, but I don't know because I can't see the spell list.
It should be there now. Yeah, it's there now. It is, yeah, 30 feet. Nah, so you wouldn't be able to get a read on the Stormbird, but the corruption in general, you kind of just know this, so you're good to go. But that will be up for the next 10 minutes. So, as this is sort of happening, eventually you move yourselves all the way over to here, and you do notice as something is definitely strange of the sorts. You continue forth, Spike, and you begin to hear voices in your head once more. You begin to see all around you, and you see the corruption swarming. And first you look about, and you see as there's about 8 of them sort of off to the left and to the right as well. You see, oh boy, this over. Oh, wait, this is gonna be annoying when I try to do this. You see as there's about 8 or so off to the side, just sort of surrounding the likes of your allies and more. You see them for a brief moment in time, and you almost begin to start rubbing your eyes, and you see as they begin to disappear. You'll blink again, and then they reappear over and over again. You're not entirely sure what's real and what is not. For a brief moment, you look over, and you see as they begin to almost split into 2, then 3, as 8 becomes 16, and then 16 becomes 32 of all of this, or this entire horde of individuals climbing up the mountains, surrounding you all to try to kill each and every single one of you, to render you out of existence. Spike, you begin to freeze for a moment as you witness the army, and it's a terrifying sight before you start recognizing faces in the corruption. You begin to see faces of friends, faces of Zephyr in this sort of astral light, then Navro, then even Amethyst, all corrupted and walking towards you before you begin to hear a womanly voice speak. Now we're gonna hope that this works. I'm gonna try our best here. Rayla! Listen now. They're controlling me and the gods and reopening old wounds and ties. You have to fight and find me with Gross. As this is sort of said, you see as it's being cut off by the likes of this individual, a familiar one, an annoying one at that.
No talking now, Maiden of Frost. Only death is fitting for this one and their companions. Let's just see exactly what they're capable of in this fray.
I'm coming!
Help me kill them. All starting with you.
And at that point in time, everyone else, Navro, Ingot, Zephyr, Myra, Rokaz, you all look back as you find Spike just standing still, rambling and bewildered with these hallucinations. You see as she begins to stop, and the corruption is they are searching, they don't know where you are, but they are making pace towards you at this moment in time. As Spike is just completely frozen still, what are you guys all doing to get her or snap her out of it in this moment?
And it's just gonna walk over and just lift her straight up like a plank of wood and then start walking again.
That being said, is it... Oh,
let me go! I gotta fight them!
We'll fight later once we're safe. Okay, Spike.
Whatever it is, do not blow our cover.
That being said, Ingot, make a, well, I need, actually, this is going to be 2 checks in this case and scenario. So, Ingot, I need you to make an athletics check to be able to push through the likes of the snow, carrying the likes of Spike. 20, that is a good roll. And also, I need Navro and a Navro or Zephyr make a persuasion check towards Spike to snap her out of the hallucinations.
You want to?
For it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the persuasion +3. Oh, okay. What do you have?
Just
+3 as well. Or yeah, just roll.
14 and a 20, you guys are good to go at this point. Spike, as you're being lifted up by the likes of Ingot, you see as you begin to hear the voices of Zephyr and Navro enter your mind as well. Begin to try to wipe your eyes, and the hallucinations begin to stop and fade for a brief moment, but you heard that voice. You know you did. You're not entirely sure what's real and what's not, but for right now, you steal your resolve, you steal your mind, and you realize now is not the time to worry about questions or anything like that. You need to escape, and you need to live now. That is a success on all of your parts. As you guys can move to the next area off to the side. Let me... oh god, I can't see the map thingy. Let me just do this instead. Oh, it's because it's a fucking wall, that's why. Give me one moment. I'm getting used to the new foundry. Boom. Boom.
Spike is gonna
Go ahead.
lean down and grab like a handful of snow and like slap it on her face, like just to wake herself up and try to clear her mind. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we got this. We're fine. We're fine.
I'm going to, if I'm able to, I'm going to like take her hand and kind of like a handshake and prestidigitate it so like my hand is like warm. It's like a very warm sensation. I lean a little.
Do you feel that? That's real. Whatever you're seeing isn't. Focus on what is real right now.
Okay.
That being said, you all can move your tokens northward up the mountain. All right. Navra, I need you to, or whoever else wants to, I need you to roll a d5.
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 Also, Spike hasn't tried to get out Ingot's grasp. He's still just holding her like a plank of wood, like not vertically but horizontally.
Okay. At that point, I would have tried to like get out of your grasp. And thanks, Ingot. I'm fine. I'm okay.
As you say this, Ingot's actually going to pull out a piece of gold from his bag and just hand you a golden hair clasp. Be safe.
Oh my god, that's the sweetest fucking thing ever. Spike will not melt into a puddle of cuteness, as I'm doing, but she'll understand right away how important like this is, and she'll put a hand on Ingot's elbow, I guess she can reach. Well, no. Well, yeah, she can kind of reach his shoulder, I think, if she like stretches a lot. And she'll say, "Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna be safe."
Oh boy. At this point in time, oh goodness gracious, here we go. So, also Rokaz, well, also everybody in general, you guys can move your tokens and stuff like that off to the side. There does seem to be a little bit of an issue with the likes of a tree, so if you want to have to climb over there, you can. Assuming Navra is moving the spell upwards or whatever, it's, you know, still cover your guys' sort of ascent. But as this is sort of happening, you all look up to the side and you can hear multiple or dozens and dozens of voices from afar just echoing the same thing over and over and over again. You hear, "Join us, Rhaegar Zephyr." And you begin to hear as they start reciting the likes of your names and more, as you hear them getting a little bit closer, but they're starting to fade a little bit more in the distance. But you look over off to the side, whoever's leading the charge, and you see as some of them are actually starting to pour down the likes of the mountain from where you guys are heading towards, and you're gonna have to make sure to try to dodge them out of the way. But regardless, with the 4 that you roll, who has a does anybody have a perception or a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Yeah.
All right, Rokaz, you would see, and also Spike, you get given a inspiration point, but you already have one, so you do need to give it to someone else. Same thing with Navra, you did get an inspiration thingy from earlier.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so
Navra Giga Chat. What?
oh man, but
It's perfect.
regardless, I'll let you guys figure that out later. But so Rokaz, you sort of eyeing up above, just looking towards the likes of the Stormbird as it's rapidly approaching. You see before anybody else as something's not right. The corruption seems to not be paying much attention to you guys anymore, but that Stormbird, they haven't lost sight of you, and they are still rushing over towards you. You look over towards where you could assume their eyes to be, and they begin to shine with this sort of purple, greenish, oh, not greenish or purple, it's actually more of a bluish sort of tint and light sort of surging amongst the electricity, and you see as it begins to almost scan the likes of the entire area before laser focusing on you all. At this point, you see as... oh, where is it? You see as you're all beginning to sort of rush over as much as you can with a slower pace, but you see an overlooming shadow appear. The area grows dark, and with a single blink, you see as the Stormbird dives directly towards you all. That being said, what are you all doing in this moment in time?
How
Y'all
close
see
is
this?
the Stormbird?
Rokaz would see it first. You all would see the overlooming shadow.
Myra turns to face him, face the
Big dead
direction.
incoming.
And what's the range on this? How far away is it?
It's getting close to about 30, 40 feet. It's not far at all. It is in the process
Oh.
of diving towards you.
I hope this works. God, let this work. I cast. Do you guys think it's friendly?
Friendly?
They don't. It has my friend in its mouth, so no.
15 feet away. Yeah, it
That
is
thing's gonna
right in
kill
front
us.
of 10 feet.
No.
I cast cause.
I was gonna
fear.
say, well, before I was doing that, I was actually gonna run up the cliff and jump to intercept the bird.
Intercept the bird, you got it. That being said, make an this is an athletics check or whatever to jump over and try to get in or in between you and the rest of the party.
Beforehand, Seth, do you want a bit of a... Okay.
Oops, had already clicked.
It's all good. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to do what they're trying to do. Myra, so Inget, you're rushing over to try to jump into the fray and intercept it. Myra, what were you trying to do earlier?
That's cause fear.
Cast Cause Fear. Alrighty, so casting Cause Fear on the individual. Let me look at their stats real quick. Is Cause Fear a single target or an AoE?
It is a single target.
Single target.
Well,
gotcha.
actually, at the second level, it is now 2 targets, an additional creature, but
Yeah, and assuming you have to see them, right?
yes.
Alrighty, so
Yes.
you do notice something as you you begin to conjure, or actually, how do you cast a spell Cause Fear? What does this look like for Myra?
She shoots. She emits a wave of concentrated energy of swords that would directly affect the mind of the person, making them hallucinate her more terrifying than they could ever imagine.
Alright, that being said, as you begin to cast the spell towards them, you see as they begin to stop for a brief moment in time, they hesitate for only a split second and more before they begin to just keep surging past you. They are immune to fear as they are in fact a mechanical warforged of the sorts, or an automaton. That being said, Inget, as you rush over and try to jump into the fray, you see as you're just barely almost able to get there before you all blink and you see immediately Inget is just being is hanging off to the side by the likes of the Stormbird's mouth and is being pretty much just sort of slung around at this point in time. You see as the Stormbird begins to soar upwards about 20 feet, then 30, then 80 feet upwards into the sky as they're sort of soaring around with Inget in hand and tow. As Inget is
in that moment. Oh, sorry.
As Inget is basically sort of flailing about trying to break themselves free or do as they do. Choice is yours. What are you all doing to try to get them out of there?
Am I able to, in that instant, to use either Misty Step or Thunderous Advance to jump on the bird's back?
What's the range on Thunderous Advance? I think it's 60 feet, or is it something else?
I can't find it. Here we go. It is 60 feet. Yeah.
60 feet. If you run and then try to do it, yeah, I think that you could definitely try to make it towards there. So, Zephyr, you are trying to use Thunderous Advance. As you rush over off to the side, you immediately begin to embody the likes of the storm, and with a bit of electricity, you vanish. It strikes down, almost smiting the likes of the Stormbird before you appear on top of them. Off to the side. That being said, Inget is still in hand, kind of almost being thrown about, but trying to break themselves free. What are you doing while you're on top of the Stormbird?
He's going to hold on for dear life. Looking around him, he's going to try and just take in what this beast is.
That being said, you can make an investigation check if you want, but while that's sort of happening with Zephyr, what are the rest of you doing? As you see Zephyr and Inget high above the sky, are getting close to about 80 feet now as they're just flying almost away and around.
I'm
am I able to cast in this instance? Oh well, Misty Step is a bonus action. Where is the bird on the map right now?
I got you. I'm gonna go grab their token and give you a little bit of a visual on kind of where they're at. It might make you might see a bunch of random dice roll. You can ignore that, I promise you. It's gonna try to like maybe roll HP or something stupid. Yep, I figured. It is, and let me get its correct size because this is using the default thingy. All right, for this scale, it's roughly about this size, and you see as at this point, it's roughly about over towards this area, and it's getting ready to just soar upwards, kind of ascending up the likes of the mountain. Keep in mind, Ingot and Zephyr are also on top of it, or inside of it, kind of.
But it's like 80 feet up at the moment?
It's getting close to 80 feet. If you were to rush over towards, you can close that distance easily enough, but it's 80 feet up in the air for sure. Or excuse me,
so
60 to 80 feet up in the air.
Okay, so there's no way that I could, like, get a running start up the cliff kind of thing and, like, try to jump on it and hang on to it or something?
Pure strength. Zephyr had to use magic for it. Maybe not necessarily just by straight up strength alone and jumping that huge amount of distance. You do have the athlete feat.
I do.
You can. Okay, all right. You do have the athlete feat.
Actually, you know what? At this point, I think I would try it because Ingot's there, and now Zephyr's there, and Ingot just gave me like this really awesome little boost. So I'm like, nope, not my Ingot. So I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna start running up the cliff to get as high as I possibly can before just like sprinting over and trying to grasp this thing's feet.
Oh yeah, it's time to be a hero. So, Spike, here's what I need. So this is going to be a very difficult DC, but there is a chance. There is a chance. If anybody's trying to help Spike in this case and scenario to get, or basically rip and get free, then you can certainly try. You can think about that in a moment, but back to the likes of Zephyr. Zephyr, you begin to investigate the likes of the Stormbird on top of it, trying to look wildly to see if there's anything of use or of note. It seems to be... Between the likes of the storm and the snow, it's really hard to really get anything of useful information besides the fact that this thing is definitely mechanical. There is no feather or flesh in sight. It's almost completely robotic and foreign, for the most part, to kind of you, at least. It's not much you can kind of gather.
Is there any gaps in it?
Any gaps?
In between,
realistic
like, joints and stuff.
I mean, yeah, realistically, there's a couple and stuff like that, for sure.
And what's underneath them?
It's hard to kind of tell, like, besides just more gears and more metal, it's kind of hard to see exactly anything of importance there.
Can I make an intuition check?
What are you trying to know? It might be a different check.
I want to know how this thing is able to see us, despite the fact that we had cover. It knew even, like, as though it wasn't there. And I'm thinking... Now, Navro's from a fantastical setting, but it could be heat-seeking. I want to see how it's seeing us, essentially.
Better yet, make a investigation or an Arcana check. All right.
Very much like
and Rokaz, you had your hand raised. What's up, buddy?
So this thing's like 80 feet away, right?
Exactly.
I have 150 feet on my bow. Can I shoot it in the eye?
Yes, you can. That being said, if you want, I'll tell you what, Rokaz. If you shoot this thing in the eye, if you reach its armor class and you hit, then I will give Spike advantage, and you'll see why in a minute, on her athletics check. You want to make that attack roll?
Yeah, I'm going to throw Planar Warrior on this too, just for... Oh no, that's only 30 feet. Never mind.
Well, keep in mind, you can't move up and try to... You can't move your token and try to rush over and hit it.
I mean, it's 80 feet in the air, right?
Oh wait, Planar Warrior. Is Planar Warrior like a 30 feet
30
thing?
feet. Yeah, it's a 30 foot.
Oh yeah, there's kind of not really a way. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. It's fine. Let's just roll the dice and see what happens. Oh wait, not on D&D Beyond. Let's actually do this. The character. There we go.
All right. That being said, make your attack roll and all that stuff. And in that moment in time, Navra, with your 12 on your Arcana check. Oh, go ahead.
I would like to, as well, beforehand.
Shit.
I'd like to as well. Looking at it, I'm reminded of memories of a past life of seeing birds and wondering how they worked. I'm gonna add a d6 to that.
All right, 6. That is a big 6. 18. Knowledge from a past life coming into play. As you begin to think and recall back, you do recall back on the likes of birds and seeing exactly how they would sort of look around and about, but your mind actually begins to drift off to other sort of magics, or actually specific types of magics and more highly advanced sort of visions and sights. There is certain types of magic or certain types of vision that is capable of seeing through the likes of illusions and more. It's a scary thought, but it is a possibility, and you have to consider the possibilities that true sight or blind sight may be in or coming into play.
And Navarro would know what true sight is. Like, he'd know
Yes.
what that is.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
very
so-
scary.
Especially, it's even scarier because it's a robot, which doesn't really make much sense. But go ahead, Myra. And then after
Really
that,
quick,
Seth.
I do really quickly want to follow Spike's lead because I have an idea, but I'm going to have my sight change its shape
Mm-hmm. What are you having to change to?
into a bone whip.
Bone whip. I don't think you can change the entire weapon right now. Can you?
I can summon it as whatever I want. Technically, it's unsummon.
I don't think you can, I think you have to do that like on a short or long rest. I don't think you do that when you're resting. I don't think you can just do it on the
Easy.
fly. Unless it's a new thing for Hexblade, or not Hexblade, Pact Weapon. I can check, I could be completely wrong. Transform
I'm pretty sure Pact Weapon you can summon.
I thought you had to you have to do like a ritual or whatever to
You can
change
use
the
your action to
weapon.
create a Pact Weapon. You can choose the form this melee weapon takes each time you create it.
Okay. So
Yeah. The ritual only
It's
applies
just-
if you're like doing a magic weapon into
Yeah,
your-
it's only
into your
magic.
Pact Weapon.
Ah, okay. I did not know that. That is interesting and new to me. I'll look that up afterwards. So changing it into a bone whip. As this begins to happen, you see as the scythe begins to almost fold into the legs of itself, and you see as the spine begins to almost elongate and spread into the legs of a whip. All right, Myra. So are you going with a Spike, or are you like trying to jump with
I'm
her, or like how are you
chasing
doing
behind her. I'm chasing behind her because I have an idea.
this? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. So, Rokons, as you fire off the legs of the bow, last thing before we get into Spike's athletic check, Seth, you had a thing.
So, how does the bird grab me? Like with talons or its beak?
Its beak right now. Well, actually,
Because
hold on.
Ingot wouldn't.
No, never mind. It is
Thorn
not its
was in
beak.
there.
It is not its beak. Yeah, because Thorn's in there. It is grabbing you with its talons at the moment.
And how big's the bird? Like, would I be able to reach its face in any way?
It is. This thing is massive, so being grabbed by the talons, probably not. You are a big individual, but not as big as this right now. Not yet.
Because Ingot's not going to be floating. He's actually going to grab on, and he's going to prepare for something big.
Alrighty. That being said, Spike, as you begin to rush forth and try to save the likes of Ingot and more, make your athletics check. This is all or nothing. This is a very difficult DC, my friend. But there's got to be a chance.
Let's go. So I don't have I don't have advantage on athletics, but I got this. I got this. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's
Let's
all-
go.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You do have
Can
inspiration.
use my. Can I use it?
Yeah, you can.
Damn it. God damn it.
That was so close. It was like an 18. It's like, nah, 2.
So it's a D4 for inspiration now?
Complete reroll.
No, it's a reroll.
Oh, it's a complete. Oh, Jesus. I missed that. I'm sorry.
you're-
Amazing. Amazing. I will definitely reroll this. Come on. Big spike.
Hashtag
That's a
yeet.
19!
Yeah, big spike.
That being said, oh my god. That being said, you rush over off to the side, and as you almost do a sort of superhero leap, leaping forth with the likes of all the sort of strength you can possibly muster in your legs to try to rush over and jump, grabbing towards the likes of... Actually, where are you trying to grab towards? Are you grabbing towards Ingot, towards this bird? Where are you trying to grab?
I'm trying to grab towards one of its legs. Or, well, Talon?
Yeah,
Right?
talons. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Same sort of thing. So yeah, so as you're rushing over to there, it does have Ingot sort of in hand, so you kind of have to try to almost grab over or kind of above Ingot or even onto Ingot if you want to, and you're sort of just hanging about. At this point, you see as the Stormbird definitely begins to drop in altitude and more, allowing you, Myra, to try to rush over and jump onto it yourself. What are you trying to do right now, Myra?
I'm going to leap with all my might and try to use my Bone Whip because I don't have a high jump. I'm not Spike. And I'm going to try to use the Bone Whip to wrap itself around the leg.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, this is a packed weapon. We're gonna just say for the sake of this is a charisma check, as this is how you cast your magic and Eldritch energy. Make a charisma check and let's see what you got.
Oh, a check.
10, what you got for that? Is that a total of 14, I think?
Yes. However, is that possible? Technically an ability check?
Are you trying to use knowledge from a past life?
Yes.
I'll allow it, go for it.
Using, from what I know, my rage. I'm gonna use knowledge from a past life. Which doesn't work, because I completely forgot that that's how that thing works.
15? Well, hey, 15 is what you needed, so that is fucking good. That being said, you just barely wrap or send the whip forward and wrap it around the likes of, well, actually, yeah, who are you wrapping it around? Because the talons are kind of, they're kind of occupied at the moment.
Are both talons?
Yeah, both of them are holding Ingot at the moment, and then Spike is kind of hanging on the legs, connecting to the body.
Spike probably doesn't have as good of a grip. I'm gonna wrap it around Ingot.
All right, that being said, you feel the likes of the Bone Whip begins to wrap around the likes of Ingot and more, and you try to hang and pull yourself, or actually, yeah, pull yourself kind of towards them. At this point in time, you see as the Stormbird begins to definitely descend for even a bit more and more before it just almost tosses or gets ready to start flinging people off. Zephyr, what would you like to do real quick?
So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to go look into one of the folds, hopefully one that's not like in a joint, maybe like a little hook, and kind of like hook my anchor into it, if that's a possibility.
Trying to hook your anchor into the likes of the hole, and then and then what are you trying to do after that?
And then it's going to be climbing up and trying to get to the eye.
Getting to the
using
eye.
that as kind of like a safety anchor.
Gotcha. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So at this point in time, while you're doing that, Zephyr, you put the likes of the hook or the anchor hook into the individual. As you begin to kind of use it as a little bit of a sort of safety precaution, you march forth with as much strength as you possibly can. Because keep in mind, this thing is flying at a ridiculous speed in the middle of a blizzard. So
you said it was descending, right?
It is descending, but it's descending in the fact that there's multiple individuals hanging on top of it. It's not intentionally descending, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Can I help you, Zephyr?
You can try, yeah.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. I'm going to make a running, hold on. I'm going to make a run to it. And then I'm going to, like, as I am at the end of my movement, jump and cast Misty Step on myself so I get even higher. To enough that I can see Zephyr. And I'm going to point my axe head, and I'm going to cast Enlarge on him.
Oh man. So to bring this thing down. So casting Enlarge onto him. If it's out of range, then yeah, you see as Zephyr begins to grow further and further in size, and at this point, you see as the Stormbird has is being almost dragged down by the likes of Spike. Ingot's already a bigger individual. Myra's on top of that, adding the weight. Zephyr's now a massive sort of panda on the likes of the back of this thing. Yeah, it's not worth it. You'll see as giant massive individual begins to just drop the likes of Ingot onto the ground. However, you are above, or basically high above into the sky. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or just take half damage for falling damage.
Ingot's like I said, Ingot's actively holding on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are actively holding on or whatever to the frame. I'll tell you what, make an athletics check. Is going to make an athletics check as well to try to release you pretty much.
Oh, please don't fail this.
All right, let's see what this thing. It's a difficult one, but 21's a good roll. 20. What can you say? That being said, Ingot, you see as it's trying to sort of throw you off to the side, but it is not sort of going, or you are not letting go that easily. At this point, you see as it begins to start flapping its wings, trying to immediately use as much strength as it possibly can, and it will start tossing and turning, sort of leaning off to the side to the left and leaning off to the side to the right, almost trying to do, not necessarily a barrel roll, but I mean, at this point, it's trying to just throw you guys off at any way possible. Zephyr, I need you to make a athletics check to try to stay on. Same thing with Spikes and Myra as well. That being said, who had their hand raised? Oh, also, guys, make sure you guys are lowering your hands after you guys are done. Or I won't be able to. Yeah. There you go. That being said,
What am I making?
Patron, what you got for us? And you're making an athletics check, Myra.
Oh, okay, so I die.
You would make that with
Athletics, not acrobatics.
Oh, shit.
You
You're down with the athletic acrobatics, pal.
That being said,
It's my
would,
second ability, nat 20.
You make with advantage,
yep,
Zephyr.
we're gonna get to
Yeah.
that in a
Would
minute. Well, hold on,
large
hold on.
help at all?
Hold on,
Sorry.
one at a
Yeah.
time. As I was saying, Patron, you had your hand raised?
Nah, it was a leftover. I didn't know I had to unraise it.
Ah, gotcha.
But that being said, can I shoot in the eye again?
Probably not this time. It's still
Okay.
following by skill challenges, so you're having one chance to help out.
Fair
All right. That being said, alrighty. Next up, so
I
let's
had
get
my
the.
hand raised.
Oh, there we go. Wasn't sure if it was on still or not. All right, go for it, Spike. What you got for us?
So as I'm hanging on to this thing's leg, I'm gonna. How can I explain this? As I'm holding on with all my strength with my hands, I'm gonna swing my legs up, so I'm kind of like upside down with my legs against this thing's chest, and I'm gonna start just kicking as hard as I can to try to like cave its chest in or something.
That being said, make an unarmed strike and keep just trying to bash the legs of this thing in or into you as it's sort of, again, just trying to get you guys off of it. With the likes of a Myra with a natural 20, I believe that is another skill that you begin to learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Four of them are natural.
How many?
The only one that's not is stealth.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. So as this is beginning to happen, Myra, you begin to see yourself sort of hanging off to the side, and you begin to almost, for a brief moment in time, a flash of memories begin to swirl into your mind for ever so slight a second. You find yourself almost enchained once more, hanging on, or not necessarily enchained, but more so hanging by the legs of a chain, trying to scale the legs of a mountain. This mountain, in fact. You see as you begin to pull yourself upwards, and you begin to see as several other individuals are alongside you, training and more. You pull yourself with all the bits of strength that you can possibly muster now, though you don't necessarily, or you have a bony exterior now. You try to recall on the knowledge from a past life, that feeling of pulling yourself and becoming victorious and leading the charge. And you remember exactly what you need to do. You grip with as much strength as you can, and you stay on stay on the likes of the Stormbird. That is a success, and you are now proficient with athletics. You gain it from your amnesia. Alrighty. So, Seth, I think you had something, correct?
Yes. I'm going to try and, kind of at the same time, I'm going to like pull on one of the Stormbird legs as hard as I can and try to gnaw it off where I can reach.
Make a unarmed strike attack. We don't have the bite attack thing yet, but I'm assuming you're biting it.
I am. I'm trying to bite its leg off.
Alright, 21 to hit, 4 points of damage, and then another 21 from Spike for 5 points of damage. As you guys are kicking and clawing into the individual at this point, now you've just made him even angrier. At this point, he is tired of everyone basically trying to rip him to shreds, and he needs to basically get what he came here for and leave. At this point, Zephyr, you were still on top of the individual, right? This is not gonna be good. Okay, he's gonna cast he's gonna cast a spell at this point to throw you guys off. He is going to cast, is it the spell? I believe it's this one. Yeah. No, it's not that. Where is it? Yeah, he is going to cast this sort of thing, and he's going to strike himself with it. You'll see as he begins to screech out with all bit of fiber and their being, and you'll see as their entire form, from the wings to the legs to their base body, begins to surge with more and more of this blue electricity. Their eyes shine blue and wide, and they are going to cast Call Lightning directly onto themselves. So I need the likes of everybody onto the Stormbird to make a dexterity saving throw, or they're going to take a bit of damage. It's going to cast it at... Would
it still affect me? Because I'm technically on a rope thing.
That's fair. I'll give you advantage on that one. That's fair. And you could realistically have a higher chance of just dropping and letting it go before so than anybody else. Because you're a lot farther from everybody.
Is it a check or a save?
Dexterity save, and then go ahead, Finn.
I was gonna ask if I could almost use my reaction to almost semi leap off. You know how I have the anchor lodge? Kind of like leap off and then drag myself on to avoid the attack.
Well, I'll tell you this. So realistically, because he's calling it from the sky, you would have had disadvantage on the roll because you're literally on top of him in a massive target. But you did have the safety net in fray, or in hand. You did mention that multiple times. I'll tell you what, I'll just make it a straight roll for you. If that's, does that make sense? Are you okay with that?
Okay, so straight saving.
Yeah, just a straight dexterity saving throw.
Can I use my inspiration to recast?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 17. We got a 20 from Myra. 19 from Myra. 13 from
20.
Spike, and a 13 from... Oh, did you use your... Wait, why do you have the... Oh, yeah, advantage. I'm stupid, yeah. 13 from Ingot and 13 from Spike. Gotcha. Alrighty, so that is going to be Spike, you will fail. Ingot, you will fail. Myra, you'll succeed. Zephyr, you will barely succeed. Okay.
Oh, fuck yes.
You guys are going to take, how much is this? Not in the middle of a thunderstorm, but you guys will take a total of 4d10 lightning damage. Let us hope that it is not terrible.
Oh, shit.
19 points of lightning damage to everybody who failed, and then only a total of quick maths. It is not 10, 9 points of lightning damage to everyone who succeeded.
I'm just checking because I can't remember. I'm not resistant to lightning, am I?
Nah.
You're
okay. Pardon?
Was it 9?
Yeah.
Say it again? Yeah, if you succeeded, you got a 9. Now, that being said, for those of you guys who took damage, which is everybody, I need you guys to make another athletics save or a check to basically maintain grappling against this individual. You'll make his roll, and we'll see what you have to beat. But everybody make your athletics checks.
Should have advantage on athletics.
Yeah, because you're enlarged right now.
The athletics check is only for those who succeeded, right?
Everybody who is still on, everybody who took damage, which is pretty much everyone, so. Everybody except Navarro and Rokaz. Oh, did it freeze? There it is. There's the technical foundry issues. That's what I'd like to see. Alrighty, it's loading for, I guess, all the dice coming in at once. Froze it. Alright, we're gonna start running into this just in case it decides to act up. And we'll just have that as a little safety net just in case. Alright, so Spike, what'd you get?
I got a big 10.
Big 10, that will fail, and you will see as Spike begins to plummet down towards the ground. Zephyr, what'd you get?
I got a 9. Could I...
With advantage?
I got a 6 and a 1.
Oh god.
If I'm falling off, and if I am by chance fast enough, can I use Misty Step to kind of launch myself back on in the nick of time?
Considering it's moving and ascending upwards, high DC, but I'll give you a shot. But dexterity check.
Yes.
Because this thing is trying to soar actively away from you, and you're also descending downwards.
And that's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Fuck my rolls.
8, nah, it's not gonna happen. So you don't remove a thing or anything like that, you're good to go. But you do start plummeting downwards. And then next up we got Ingot, what'd you get?
I got 23.
23, and you're choosing to stay onto this individual, right?
Yes. While this is happening, can I use second wind? Because I'm just gonna shrug off the lightning.
Yeah, I got you. You can cast that and do that on your own. And then Myra, what'd you get?
19. However, I am attached to Ingot, not the bird.
What's more so the lightning and all that stuff? Let me think about it. Realistically, what would happen? Give me 2 seconds. It's more so not necessarily being attached to Ingot. It's the fact that this bird is literally trying to flail about, throwing you into mountains if it really needs to. It doesn't really care. So it's more of like, okay, do you really want to die right here and now, or do you want to just try to give it another shot later? It's more so kind of that. So you would still begin to start descending and more off to the side. Definitely not as high of a fall because you have a little bone whip. That being said, everyone falls off except for the likes of Ingot, who still remains on. Navro, you did want to do something, correct?
How high is the is it on the ground now?
It is not on the ground. It is roughly about 40 feet up in the air and getting ready to take off to about 80 feet again.
Seeing Spike fall, I'm going to point, and you see the snow around Navro rise up, turn back to snowflakes, turn back to water, and then in a kaleidoscopic rush, come down as I use Chrono Shift.
Alrighty. That being said, Spike, you do get a reroll. Go for it. Make another athletics check.
All right.
19. Oh my gosh, so close, but not enough. You rolled very, very high on this athletics check. It was a 22 you got to beat.
Ah, jeez.
As you begin to try to shift and crack the likes of time itself, breaking it and rewriting it, you see as Spike begins to try to rush over and try to keep themselves onto the likes of Ingot and more, but they're just not able to as they begin to plummet down below. That being said, at this point in time, the bird is going to just start. He's going to just start soaring with another one of your allies at this point. Then, I mean, fuck it.
No.
He's got Thorin, now he's just got Ingot. This is a good day for him. This is a good day indeed. But we'll let everybody get their sort of chance to shine. That being said, I'm gonna move the token over here. And we also need to get to the falling damage that you guys are about to take, who dropped down. Alright, Myra, you are falling from a total of, or only a total of 20 feet. Everyone else is 40 feet. I need you guys to make your, or did you guys make your, no. I need your dexterity saving throws for falling damage to take half or not.
My throws, man.
So many rolls. 8. Oh, that is not gonna do it. You only gotta roll a 10. 6 will fail, 8 will fail, 21 will succeed. So Spike, you'll take half damage. Everyone else will take the full. All right, let's start from Myra. You're taking only 20 feet, so 2d6 halved. All right, Myra, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You can adjust your token. All right, for the likes, oh wait, no, my bad. You failed, so you do take the full 8. My bad, I'm stupid. Zephyr, you do take an.
I use Unscarred Resilience.
Okay. So roll for that sort of stuff. Zephyr, you fell from the full 40, so you're gonna take this amount. Zephyr, you'll take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as you crack into the likes of the snow. And then Spike, you succeeded, so you'll take half of that, so you'll take a total of 8 bludgeoning damage. You, again, almost drop down and nearly twist the likes of your ankle as you crash into the ground and more. That being said, I believe that is everyone who failed, and Ingot is still going forth. One thing at a time, and also, Kat, make sure to drop your hand and all that stuff. And all that stuff. Who was first?
Oh,
it was, yeah, it's still raised. You guys have to make sure to toggle it on and off. It doesn't do it automatically.
Toggle that, by the way.
That's all good. All right. And then Seth. Yeah, it is. What you got for us?
How far away is the bird's head from me? Like, if I was to attempt to climb the bird.
Grant. Oh, hold on. Jesus Christ! It started going over again. It's roughly, because it has a wingspan of this much. You're trying to climb it. There's not really much of anything to climb considering you're at the bottom of it. But I mean, there's a couple mechanical gears. You could probably make something work. How far away would be? I want to
from,
say like
talents.
roughly like 15-ish feet. Roughly 15 feet.
I'm gonna try and climb up to its eye.
Um,
I'll use my like action surge if I need to, like as kind of like if he slips, try and boost himself.
that being said, all right, make an athletics check to try to keep scaling the individual. 19, alrighty. That being said, he's still trying to throw you off. He will try to make another check, but I think you should be good. Athletics, 21. At this point, you try to continue flying up, or excuse me, start climbing upwards and upwards, but between the legs of him nearly slamming you into the legs of a wall, sort of using the legs of any bit of the floor to almost drag you amongst the ground, and then continue soaring upwards. You can stay on if you want, but you just basically don't go anywhere at this moment in time.
How high up am I?
At this point, through all of those sort of antics, about 60 to 80 feet, getting closer to about 70 feet now.
I think I gotta stay on. The eye shined.
All right, you got it. That being said, everybody else, you guys can move your tokens and more and try to chase after Ingot, but you look behind you, and what those hallucinations looked like from before, they do seem to become real, Spike, as you see the corruption with all of those sort of shenanigans and antics and the lightning being called down. They have a beacon of light and they know exactly where to go as you see them begin to form more and begin to start rushing over towards you all. That said, oh boy, Ingot is still in the air. All right, what are you guys all doing for the next part?
Zephyr is going to quickly try and lay on hands 5 points onto Spike and Myra and himself.
Lay on hands. Lay on hands is an action, and you would have to like do that over the course of 18 seconds for everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
So would you
I'll
like
just
to?
start
Are you
doing
trying
that
to
while I
stay?
run.
Are you? Oh, okay. She's trying to do it while you run. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, do you really want to stand back and just like literally take a little pit stop? All right, guys, let's get a little bit, healing in for 18 seconds while the corruption's behind you. Like, wait a minute. All right, so yeah, running and sort of grabbing them, surging with electricity. How many HP are you giving to all of them?
5 each.
All right, so you guys can adjust your tokens and all that stuff. All right, next up, Pete, you had your hand raised. Did you need something?
Yes. Am I able to make another intuition check since this is like a new kind of round almost?
I mean, an intuition check, not really that, but I get what you're trying to do. Because it's not really a boss fight or anything like that, so it's not really active. But what are you trying to learn, and I can help you out from there.
Navril's very curious about this thing. It is a technical marvel. It is ingenious, but ingenious things can still be broken, and I want to know how much force has to be done to this thing to break it. TLDR, I want to hit point this thing has.
You probably wouldn't be able to do that, because that's more of an intuition check thingy. It's not really available right now. But maybe to help you out, I'm trying to figure out what it may be weak to.
Or is it like easy enough that it'd be at a glance like, oh, that's just steel or something?
Yeah, and you're from a different universe entirely, so it doesn't even ring a bell of like what type of technology this could be. I'll tell you what. You may not learn exactly how much force is necessary to it, but you may be able to learn a little bit of information and knowledge to what this thing could possibly be. If you want, you can make an investigation check. Just trying to examining it like really, really quickly through the likes of the snow, running for your life.
Actually,
That would be an action, wouldn't it?
It would be.
question: is there any way Spike has ever seen a creature like this?
No. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Nah, there's... Actually, well, yes, you did, technically. You saw it before when you guys were in the Arena of the Gods, and looking through the likes of Ingot's little red triangle mark, and also, I believe, Anth's red triangle mark, you saw this individual with Thorin.
Gotcha.
But besides that, you never seen it before.
Okay.
Investigation 24. This man's big brain as fuck. Alright, so, Navro. You look at this and you try to examine through the Lex of the Snow, and you are right. This is a technological marvel. The metal that it uses, to put this in perspective, it's nothing like you've ever seen before. No automaton, no sort of warforged anything, no construct you have seen has been this highly advanced or intricate. In fact, you even wonder whether it is an automaton of the sorts. You only just kind of assume that because it's made out of metal and it's moving on its own, right? You look towards it and you see as the gears and bits and pieces of the feathers themselves, they actually move sort of almost individually or simultaneously at the exact same time or whenever they feel like it. And to put this in, I'll tell you guys out of game, if this was from a realm of the sorts or like a certain sort of genre, this is definitely breaking the barriers to sci-fi rather than cyberpunk or anything like that. This is highly advanced foreign technology that is definitely doesn't belong here, or at least from what you've seen so far. Possibly even being to the point where you think that it could have been ripped from its own world, like you. And that is the information that you gain with the 24. But that's about it. All right, well, at this point in time, making sure I got that, make sure to unraise your hand and all that. But Ingot is still sort of swarming off to the side. We'll have to get back to him in a moment as as you guys are rushing towards. But I need someone to roll a d4 for me.
I'll do
roll it this time. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh god.
Oh, alright. 4.
That was a 1. Oh boy.
No, it was a 4. Was the first
Oh,
one.
4. Gotcha. All right. Oh yeah, that makes sense for this one. This is a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so Rokaz, you looking behind you, you begin to see as the corruption now is gaining pace upon each and every single one of your individuals. You try to rush over towards the likes of the Stormbird, but you can't help but look behind you and see as the corruption is nearly getting towards the likes of Navarre within sort of reaching distance. You begin to pull out your bow almost instinctively and start firing at the individuals while also keeping pace and running with the likes of your party. However, you look over off to the side as you're firing towards the corruption, and you see as the mountain begins to crumble from afar. Bits of snow begin to form, and then you notice as the snow itself is picking up the pace. You look over and you find yourself surrounded between the Stormbird, the corruption, the snow, and the avalanche, and it begins to tumble and crash into the entire area off to the side over here. Oh boy, all around as this entire area is just being filled with snow. Rokaz, you try to stand your ground and take out 1, then 2, then maybe even a 3rd one, but you watch as the avalanche is too fast off to the side. You nearly take a stumble for a bit, and you see, everybody would see as Rokaz is nearly completely buried underneath the snow and nearly vanishes. You can see him almost reach out a hand trying to claw his way out, but it's no use. Everyone, Ingot's up in the sky with the Stormbird being tossed away. Rokaz is in the likes of the snow trying to fight himself out and deal with the corruption and get out of there. And Navarre's far behind. What are you doing? Myra, go for it.
Can I hear him call for help or anything?
Well, Rokaz, do you call for help?
We got it. Oh shit!
Oh, there you go. You do hear that.
Seeing that, can I try to bone whip his arm and pull him towards me?
Ooh, that's a good idea. That being said, I'll tell you what. Make an attack roll with the scythe, or you can make an attack roll with the scythe.
It is if we fixed it, and no, I don't have a scythe.
Oh, wait, what? How do you not have a scythe? I literally just looked at it.
Because we fixed the,
oh, because we
we
re-brought it back in. God damn it. Okay, I'll tell you what. Here, we'll flavor it this way instead. Make a charisma check it, then. I want to be cool with this whip, but I guess not. That is a 6. Anybody want to use inspiration if they got it?
I got an
never
extra
gave
one
a second
from
one.
Orange. Yeah, I got an extra one from Orange. I will redelegate it to Myra then. if
All right.
that's possible.
Yeah. We're getting used to the new system, so yeah, that's fine. Myra, go for it, and you can make a reroll.
You gotta be joking.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh no.
Never looked at
First
this-
dice don't want him to
Yeah.
live. Head
Wait,
great
what
rolls until
the
I'm trying to save a
fuck?
person.
Holy shit.
Go ahead, Pete.
Never looks at this catastrophe, rolls his eyes, and with a thump of the staff, gives a chronal shift. So
Chronal
time
shift.
turns back to
That being said, our time begins to crack and break. Myra, make another charisma check.
My whip is being very moody right now because it got struck by lightning.
Yeah, apparently. That's a lot
You know what?
better.
I'm also going to use knowledge from a past life on this.
Fair enough. Roll a d6. One.
Is it always one?
I mean, hey, what can you do? But 15 will be enough, I'll say. As you throw the legs of the whip and begin to wrap it around the legs of Rokaz's arm, Rokaz, you do feel a sort of strange bony structure beginning to wrap around the legs of your arm and kind of trying to pull and tug you forward. Do you let it pull you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, you pull, or as you're being pulled, you begin to see as you come out of the lengths of the snow, you see as the corruption's actually only a couple of feet behind you. They try to rush over and swipe towards you before you're barely able to dodge out of the way and continue forth with the rest of the party and more. That being said, oh goodness gracious, that is one more success. Rokaz, you are free to, oh, what the fuck? Whoops, ignore that. Jesus. But you are good to go and you can continue moving forward. While that is happening, meanwhile, up above, with the likes of the Mushroom and the Stormbird. Ingot, what are you doing? Let me delete this wall as well.
So, it's just curious. What does Earthbound need to work? Is it dirt, metal, rock? What does Earthbound need to work?
So it would actually need to be, well, like the earth, you know? So like ground and soil and all that stuff, right? Or even if you're in a cave, like maybe like the rocks or whatever below, but you're connected to the earth itself.
Okay, so I can't try to grow myself through the inside of this bird.
Probably not, but that would be sick.
The cordyceps fungus over here, fucking.
Can
Not
you
great.
try to like Earthbound into it? Either way.
It
'Cause it's
won't
metal-
do anything,
metal
but you
comes from
could
the earth.
certainly try. You can just act like you're trying to, or like try as much as you can to do it, but it won't really do anything.
Alright. Can I try to go for its eye then? I want the shiny.
You want the shiny? Go for it. Make a athletics check again. It will make another one to try to. This time it's going to try to throw you. Well, it was gonna try to throw you off, but we'll see. Hey, who fucking knows? Maybe it rolls. Oh God.
Roll. I have inspiration. Oh wait, I literally can't beat that. Never mind.
Oh, so with a 27 versus a 9, nah. You see as Ingot is being almost sort of tossed about, and as he's sort of trying to grip on, you see for a brief moment in time, the Stormbird begins to fly over to the likes of this rock, or these rocks, lowers down for a brief moment, and just slams your entire body and your head into the wall itself, almost forcing you to drop it onto, or drop yourself onto the ground. That being said, Ingot, you're going to take a bit of damage. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. This is to reduce fall damage. Also, Ingot, you did receive a inspiration die, but you do have to give it to someone else who hasn't received one yet.
Who hasn't received one yet?
I think Rokaz
I haven't.
and I think it's only Rokaz and Myra. I think.
Alright, I'll give it to Rokaz.
You got it, Rokaz. You do have an inspiration die. Alrighty.
Yeet.
14. Oh yeah, actually that will succeed. You will take a bit of damage, so you're gonna take half of this. It's gonna be
Is there
12.
any way I can use
Be st-
action surge to try and hold on to it as I've been slammed into this cliff? Like just hold as my face is being pile drived.
I'll tell you what. If it wasn't the fact that anybody else, probably not. If it wasn't the fact for Ingot really just doesn't register pain, then yeah, I'll give you a shot. But it's a deep. You got to roll a 20, like not a natural 20, but you got to roll a total of 20. Make a Constitution check instead to see if you can just fight through the pain.
Okay,
I
so
will
is
be
that ability check or saving throw?
Just ability check.
Ability check.
Oh my god, he's cracked!
Yes! Ingot's now
Fucking
anchoring himself into the cliff with his face. The bird's not going anywhere.
This fucking mushroom, man.
Ingot is a
Roll what
menace.
you get.
Jesus Christ. With a 21, it's not necessarily you embedding yourself, because you're not, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not strong enough to hold this giant fucking beast down, but you will be able to hold yourself onto the beast itself. At this point, you guys see you guys look over towards Ingot, and as he crashes into the wall, you expect like, okay, he's definitely unconscious or even dead. But you look over to the fucking bastard, and he's still trying to climb up the bird, still alive. Oh my god. That
I
said,
presume I used up my action surge.
yeah, this is just to even stay on. Well, I mean, it's not really using any abilities or anything like that, so you can still have it. You don't have to mark it down or anything like that. But
My bad.
that'll be your turn because you made your athletics check to try to stay on. Okay,
Yes,
going in
yes.
order. Let's go to Zephyr. What you got for us?
So, seeing as I'm large from Navro,
To make your token bigger.
yeah. Can I try and roll this tree down the hill so it takes out the corruption?
Ooh, that
When
is
it's
smart.
when everyone's ahead of it, of course.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, mods, if you can ban the bot, I need snipers on deck. But that said, yeah, or everybody move your tokens forward. Zephyr, after that, make an athletics check. If anybody wants to help in any way, shape, or form, now's the time to say it.
I would help.
Hell yeah. All right, Spike and Zephyr, make your athletics check. Zephyr, you do it with advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 22, goddamn.
Nice.
At this point now, you're just rolling to see how many people you're gonna kill with this.
Hell yeah. If anything, like, if I'm strong enough, I will launch it like a
Shit.
fucking spear.
Every time.
Oh my god. Amazing.
I had to use a fucking stream deck for that one. That being said, a natural fucking 20 and a 22. Hey, you two describe exactly how you push the legs of the tree down to take out the corruption below.
So,
Not
I
all of them,
imagine-
but a majority of them, right?
How do you want to do it, Spike?
I thought you had a plan.
So basically, having a Spike helping get purchased, he's going to kind of holster it onto his shoulder, and then aiming it up, much like how he does with this glaive, he's going to chuck it and practically impale a couple of the corruption on this giant ass tree.
Nice. That being said, Spike, you adding anything to it?
Just helping him out to kind of, while he's at the head, the trunk, I'll like kind of go and hold the body of it just to boost it up and give him an extra push while he's launching it.
Hell yeah. All right, that being said, that is your go, and that is success for that. At this point in time, I need someone to roll a D3 for me. You guys are almost there to the top of the mountain. Spike, you see, or not the top of the mountain, but where you would notice as the cavern is. That being said, you know, it's on site, but Ingot is still not here.
I did have a question actually about the whole snow situation. So, is the avalanche still looming on us, or?
Yes. So it's like it's coming off from the side over towards the east at this point in time. You guys are actively sort of rushing to kind of avoid it. If it like Zephyr, between like you and Zephyr pushing the tree down, that was over the span of like 3 seconds or 4 seconds maybe to get it sort of rolling over, right? And then just immediately going back to sprinting up the likes of this mountain.
Okay.
All right. So that being said, I need someone to roll a D3 for me.
I think it's Spike's turn, yeah.
Spike, alrighty. Yep, I figured as much. So, as you all begin to move your tokens and more, Navro, you continue forth, and as you're rushing with all the power your frail body can muster, you just can't help. after casting spell after spell, and then immediately using chronal shift, rewriting time itself, you can't help but get tired and tired. This is some of the most physical activity you've been through in a long while. And you begin to try to catch your breath for a brief moment as the avalanche is sort of coming through, and you see as you're falling behind, your body not built for physical activity like this. And you see as that is a costly mistake. Everyone looking behind you, you would see as Navro, you begin to freeze over from the likes of the cold and the mist from afar. It starts with you trying to stand your ground as you see bits of the corruption coming towards you, but you look over towards your legs as they're slowly freeze over. You look over towards your arm as they slowly begin to freeze once more, similar to when you guys were attacked by the mist. With that being said, Navro is surrounded by the corruption. Here, I'm gonna drag your token where you realistically would be. Spike, you'd kind of be up ahead and all that stuff. Same thing with you.
If I would see that Navro is falling behind, I would have turned back. I wouldn't have ran past him.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where you were right now, and then now that you're seeing Navro is going through all this, now you're turning back. Does that make sense?
Would I be able? Am I able to still do stuff? Like, can I move my arms at least?
No, they are completely frozen. You can yell out one final phrase before you are basically completely frozen for a moment.
Zephyr.
Oh.
Zephyr has a plan. Zephyr, seeing where he is, he's going to get his anchor. Looking back, he's going to swing it once, twice, and then chuck it so that it just lands behind him, and he's going to pull it to scoop Navro up.
Oh, okay. This is a dangerous game because you don't want to shatter the statue of Navro.
He will. He will.
Spike started running.
He will overshoot it, of course.
Well, yeah, I know you're not gonna like throw the fucking thing at Navro and break him.
Otherwise, we're gonna have another like head on Zephyr's health.
Okay, so overshooting it, you throw it, and then as this is happening, you begin to pull. But Spike, you are rushing over towards Navro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to scoop him up and like under my arm, fuck it, and start running up the mountain.
With the last of my energy, can I cast one more spell?
Depending on what it is, but probably yeah.
I'm gonna point at the Stormbird. I'm gonna look at Zephyr and just like, sorry about this. Look at the Stormbird, and I'm going to cast Reduce on it.
Smart.
Reduce on the Stormbird. But Zephyr is not going to be enlarged anymore, but the Stormbird will be reduced. Okay, so he will go from gargantuan to huge sized. Oh boy.
He's probably unwilling, so we don't know. We don't know.
Oh wait, it's not an automatic thing. That's right. What is the save?
He needs to make a con save.
Con save. Ugh. Well, hope. I've seen some crazy shit.
I believe.
Damn
I don't believe.
That is a natural 19. It was so close to a freaking 1, man. That said, do you still drop concentration because you tried to cast it or no? I don't know how that works.
Wait, what's Never's what's it called? Wisdom saving throw. 16. Can I use like an inspiration? Oh wait, no, I can't. Never mind.
Yeah, because it's against Sensei.
Yeah.
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 Never mind.
No, I don't. I'll tell you what. Make a concentration check. We'll see. I'll make it DC 15 for this one because I'm not entirely sure, but I think it does drop.
Yeah.
An ability check, or is it a saving throw? It's an ability check, isn't it?
On cast, concentration is lost, says Fish. Hey, I trust the other wizard of Project Aurora, so I mean, I don't know. All right. So
I'll try.
Yeah. Alright, so Zephyr, you will drop to normal size. You guys begin to pull the likes of Navro and more between the Spike and even just Zephyr using the likes of the anchor to rush them forward even faster. You guys do succeed, but that being said, oh boy, this is probably your last shot to maybe get Ingot. But Ingot, what would you like to do on your turn now? No, you don't receive initiative, but what are you trying to do?
Have I made any progress towards its eye? And also, did I take damage from being smacked at the cliff?
You did. You took a total of... Did you succeed? Yeah, you succeeded. You took 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll quickly do that. I'm going to try once again to get to the eye.
All right, athletics check. Let's see what you got. Come on, buddy. 12. There's still a chance.
I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to re-roll it.
With
Goodbye,
your
inspiration.
Yes. Do you have another inspiration?
Yes, I've received 2. I gave one to Rikaz.
You can't receive 2 inspiration. It's only once per game.
Yeah, that's why I said I gave the extra one to Rikaz.
You wouldn't be able to use it yourself. The reason why I have it that way is so it's not just one person getting inspiration like 20 times over in sessions like previously.
Yeah, no, like I said, I gave this. I don't think I ended up actually using my one because the rolls were too far gone.
It was. I think what he's trying to say is when the person gave the inspiration point, instead of
I haven't used any inspiration though. I didn't end up using any.
Yeah, I don't think you have either. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, go for it. Make another reroll. Oh, come on! Oh my god! All right, well, fuck, nah. All right, goddamn. I was like maybe on a 1. Nah. That being said, Ingot, no progress. Choice is yours. I will be honest with you. You see, at this point, the Stormbird has gotten used to this at this point, and he has given up trying to just throw you off. You can choose to drop down and join the likes of your party, or you will be taken by this thing if they do not, or if your party does not do anything by next turn. The choice is yours. You have a choice to do it yourself, or just rely on the party to get you down.
Oh, I gotta think for a quick second. It's shiny. Okay. Is there anything remotely shiny anywhere that's not the giant glowing bird's eye?
Navro's head. No, I'm kidding.
It's all iced over.
Yeah, you got statue Navro.
It is a blizzard though.
Yeah.
So
oh wait, actually, Navro actually is a frozen statue, and I mean, if that means anything, that's pretty shiny.
Cat is was someone with prestidigitation, so.
Zephyr was probably swinging his what's it called again? His thingy, so it was probably catching the light as well.
Again, guys, blizzard. There is almost no light to start off with.
Yeah.
It is dark. It is snowy, and an anchor is rusted.
Oh man!
I have to stay. I have to stay. There's literally no reasoning it would stop this.
I'll say this: you can maybe make a perception check. Maybe you'll see something. Maybe, but it's not
Let's see
good.
if there's something exceptionally shiny.
13. Well, okay. So
Spike's eyes are glowing a little.
not with a 13. So okay. Here's what we got. Ingot. We got the corruption. They're always shiny, right? They're always shiny. Let's be real here. You got the snow. You got the lightning, which is technically around the Stormbird or whatever, right? That being the main sort of shiny thing. You got that you could realistically see here between a blizzard and more. I'd realistically say you see a statue or whatever, a frozen statue, but it's just barely, it's faint. It is shiny of the sorts, but you tell me whether you want to, after seeing all of that, whether you want to stay on the Stormbird more or go towards anything else. It is completely your choice.
It's the Stormbird. Not only is the eye shining, I was struck by lightning, and that is always a really good time because it sparkles.
Alright, that being said, Ingot, the choice has been made. Alright, we'll hope for the best. That being said, everyone, I need you to roll a D2, or one person roll a D2, my bad.
But before we do, just one thing, am I conscious enough to make an intuition check?
Probably not right now, because they didn't necessarily break you out of the ice, they just kind of took you in the ice instead and just left you incapacitated. Which is fair, because you guys are running. I mean, you know, like, when are you going to find time for it, right? So, who's going to roll the D2? Actually, here, let's change the music for this one. Oh, God.
I don't even hear music.
We don't believe in music.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Everyone good if I roll it then, I guess?
Patron,
Yeah, go
you
for
go
it.
for it, man.
Yeet.
1. Alright, we'll see what happens in a bit. But here is the situation, y'all. So, it is a blizzard, but there's a big-ass bird. A big-ass bird with your friend. A big-ass bird with 2 of your friends for some of you. And at this point, it's all or nothing. For the sake of this, I'll change the skill challenge how it works a little bit for this time. I will give each and every single one of you a chance to try to free Ingot somehow, some way. You make 1 roll, and whatever it is, that's what it is to try to get Ingot and pry him off of this thing. If you don't, it's gonna be the same situation like Rhyme. Ingot will be taken by the Stormbird, and you'll have to figure out where the fuck he is anywhere across this entire mountain. Or hell, he may even go somewhere besides the mountain. So, it's now or never for this one. Alright, that being said, also if someone wants to figure out a way to free Navro and give them their turn, or give them a chance to do it, then by all means try to do that, but here we are. So, Myra, you rose your hand first. What you got for us, buddy?
Using, have we been using spell slots? I have no idea.
No, you're good.
Oh, then I cast Cause Fear on Ingot.
Cause fear on Ingot. Okay. And you're fearing him from you, Myra?
How far away is he?
Keep in mind, cause fear would cause him to fear you and run away from you.
Yeah.
You would know that. I'm only saying that because you would know how the spell works.
Okay,
We need to
let's
we need to make some form of light. We need to make something really shiny. The shiny.
Well, while you're thinking, we'll go to someone else in the meantime. Go ahead. I think Finn had his hand raised. Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case that we haven't been using spell slots, I do have my channel divinity. What's it called?
Wield the storm.
Hell yeah! Seeing this, he's going to. For fuck's sake! And he's going to. His anchor is going to spin and spin and spin and then crackle with electricity till it becomes a blur. And then launching it up into the sky, there's just a giant beacon of lightning.
Oh
Just
my god.
Crackling over and over and over again.
Alright. As you begin to turn the anchor into the likes of a sort of lightning bolt or a beacon of light, Zephyr, I'll tell you what, make a persuasion check. What's the best thing? I don't know, we'll say a charisma saving throw, Ingot, make a perception check.
Alright, taking those.
That's pretty good.
Yeet.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Was he supposed to see that?
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I fucking did that backwards. My bad. I'm stupid. Okay. So charisma saving throw would be to see how potent it is. Ingot would make the perception, or that was to determine whether Ingot is able to help or gain advantage or be able to help seeing it through the likes of the blizzard. Ingot, make another perception check because you have advantage. Let's make this a good one. 15. Ingot, you do see crackling behind you a massive sort of lightning beacon behind you, as it seems to be striking down or sort of going and coursing up amongst the sky.
It is
I trust you to play your character, so
it's very bedazzly.
I leave Ingot to decide what he wants because I know Seth definitely plays this character right.
Is the Stormbird still like covered in lightning? Like, I know you got struck himself with lightning, but what's happening to Stormbird? Is there still like lightning all around this thing?
I mean, not as much as that over there, because it's like, imagine like if something sparks out or whatever. It's like sort of sparking a little bit, like occasionally, but it's not like constantly coagulating with lightning right now, you know? Does that make sense?
I might have to flip a coin, because there's two things covered in lightning and shining, and he gets very stupid.
So like in the case of this, it's more of like this is closer, but it's not as much. That one's further away, and it's a lot, if that makes sense.
Yes, I might do a quick coin flip thing because this is close. All right.
Yeah.
Heads. All right. I guess heads means he leaps off. Inget's going to like he's not just gonna like hop off the bird. He's gonna spring his legs. He's gonna get all his might, and he's gonna like dive straight at the anchor, full force, Superman.
Oh my god. That being said, I just want to see, because, fuck it, I guess we're superheroes now. Just make an athletics check to see how close you get to the anchor. This is for no reason. Well, actually, no. Actually, retcon that. Make a dexterity save it, though, because you will take falling damage, but if you succeed, we can maybe work something out here with the thingy. Alright, 5 plus, what you got? 1, 6. So we'll take a bit of falling damage. So you leap with all your might towards the anchor. Wait, hold on. Or you leap with all your might towards the anchor, trying to grab it. You're not able to grab it, but you're already able to get and almost feel the likes of the lightning sort of coursing amongst your hand as you all see a massive fucking mushroom nearly crash into you all, toppling you over, making you nearly fall into the snow and more. As Ingot, you arrive about right-ish here. Let me move the Stormbird a little bit. Please, game. There we go.
Ingot would have had his hands like outstretched the entire time, so it'd just be meteor punching the ground.
So yeah, he nearly crashes into the likes of Rokaz and Zephyr. You almost have to dodge out of the way before getting tackled by this mushroom. But that said, there's not much time to try to really pick him up, or not necessarily pick him up, but there's not much time to really talk about and hold on to this sort of thing. There's an avalanche only mere feet and meters away from you, and there is corruption still. They're dealing with the likes of the tree and getting over that, but they're still trying to rush towards you. You're in the last stretch of everything. Do you guys continue forth?
Nah, I think we can set up a tea party. You know,
Okay, fair enough.
Nah, fuck you, I'm going.
Where's that hiding spot that I saw at the very beginning of all this?
North up here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm still grabbing Navro, and I'm just gonna sprint towards that spot. Come on, we gotta get to cover before this avalanche hits us. Come on, let's go.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
I said, between the likes of all of you, rush over and you sprint with all that you possibly can. Ingot, what are you doing more so? So you just crash landed. You see Zephyr's weapon, his giant anchor just coursing with lightning.
Ingot's eyes are completely plastered onto this. Wait, so is the anchor still in the air, or is Zephyr holding it?
It's not really. It doesn't stay an anchor. It's kind of like a lightning bolt, but it has a bit of a hook in it.
Yeah.
Because it's like fully transformed.
Oh, well,
So
is it in the air, or like, where is it?
it probably comes crashing down.
Yeah.
And it's,
Ingot's gonna just leap and just stick his mouth on the hook.
oh, what? Jesus fucking Christ! And he's going to run with
You see as Mimir just says, what?
gulping down his arm. Like, I feel like Zephyr's arm is now inside Ingot's mouth, and he's just going to drag him.
It
What'd you
bites
say?
down very hard.
What'd you say, Navro?
Just like the fanfictions, but also, I have an upgrade. This is gonna be a bit silly to ask, but can I take a level of exhaustion to flex my way out of the ice?
Flex your way out of the ice.
This isn't Amos.
Shit,
about
man.
to
But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Spike. He may not be Amos, but which one of you motherfuckers were able to pin down Tony Takedown of all people, huh? Huh? I mean, well, that is Shaft. Fuck. All right, fine. I tried.
Let's go, man.
All right, never. Nah, I can't. All right, I'll tell you what. If you can by all means roll a fucking. What do you have? What's your strength score?
-2, a 7.
Roll a 17 or higher, and maybe.
I believe.
Nah.
Can I help by, since I'm like squeezing him real hard under my arm because I'm stressed out and running? Does that help crack the ice?
don't know if that's how that works.
You're breaking his hip. You're breaking his hip.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. That being said, you all sprint over to the likes of safety, where you see as the storm begins to pick up for a brief moment in time, and as you rush forth with every bit of fiber of your being, you begin to see as the echoes of the corruption, the join us's, the voices, the names that they begin to call out to, they begin to get fainter and fainter and fainter, before eventually all grows quiet besides the rumbling of the snow outside. With that, you guys were successful-ish in that skill challenge, but successful enough to escape with your lives and escape the corruption and the avalanche. So I'm gonna call that a victory in my book. I don't know about you guys.
Hey man, surviving for another day is always a victory.
So for the entirety of that, we didn't use our spell slots, did we?
Nah, I'm not gonna like make you cast your spell slots. Now granted, even though you are full, like, you know, rest and all that stuff, you had all your stuff, for the most part. Except for abilities, like knowledge from past, like the chronal shift, that stuff isn't really there. That would be used, but, yeah, you guys are still exhausted. You guys haven't really, well, when was the last time you slept? The last time you slept was on the boat, right here into this mainland, so you guys are kind of tired or whatever, at least for enough to sort of signify for a short rest, you know, like a little break, a pit stop. But luckily enough, as Spike was able to sort of point out and more, you guys do eventually see, well, this place. Give me one moment, don't move your characters or anything like that. I'm gonna bring you to here.
I know, it's a sudden urge to move my character so often.
All right.
I've never wanted to do something more in my entire life.
So, which one of you guys cannot see anything? Who can see only a black screen?
I see a triangle.
Alright, I think everybody can see then, if that's the case. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss any inspiration points that were given out, or health potions, right? I don't think so. I think we're good.
No health potions as far as I've seen.
Okay, cool.
You did take your drink of water, right?
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, here, I'll tell you what. Please, before you guys head into the likes of this cavern, if you want to just talk for a moment and, you know, let me not die over here, I'll be right back.
Me, Miss Shiny.
You did good, Ingot, and I'll go over and cast prestidigitation on your finger, so that you have a very, very shiny finger.
I'm just gonna chomp that fucker.
Yep, that's about right.
Zephyr's probably just shaking his forearm at this point, just kind of like shaking off the very weird saliva you have.
It's very toxic.
Let me get that for you. Prestidigitation.
You know, is it always this exciting with you folk?
Yeah, pretty much.
Lovely.
Yeah, stuff always trying to kill us. It's great.
I don't know. I know great is a word. I don't think it's the right one.
Yeah, that's sarcasm for you.
Hey, guys, how the fuck are we gonna get back at that thing? Hey?
You want to fight it again? We just got it to leave us.
I'm
You'll
good
lost.
with never seeing that thing again, honestly.
Yeah.
Ambient grinding noises from Ingot's direction.
Okay. That being said, I'll
You
continue.
guys did see he was carrying a person, right?
Yeah.
Oh. That was... Are you sure that wasn't a live person? Because... They
Not
look
only
pretty
was-
rough.
Not only was the fucking other group looking for it. I don't know. That guy was on the ship, okay? That guy I knew! I knew him well! And hell, I want to know why.
I go over to you and put an arm over your shoulder. I'm really sorry. We'll We'll figure it out. We'll...
Look, I don't mean fight the thing. I don't think we can. But get that fucker out of its grasp. And I'll reward all of you with whatever you fucking need. Be forever in your debt.
No, of course. If he's a friend of yours, he's part of our crew as well. We'll figure it out. I don't know how, but
I'm sure we can find that thing if we put our minds to it.
it's big enough. It's hard to
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah, it certainly is very unique. But I think it'd probably be better to make sure we're in a safe spot right now and rest for a little bit.
Fucking hungry. Been
That
saying
is
that much.
also a factor.
Well,
How
And we
far
also
up?
have to defrost our friend over here.
Oh, right.
well, kind of as you mentioned it, you guys are right outside the legs of this cavern. There are two entrances of the sorts, one towards the south area, and there's one towards the direct north, kind of where Navra's put on the map. The choice is yours on where you want to go, or what you want to do. But the snow is still sort of kicking, but it is starting to fade for a little bit in time. And also the blizzard is, it's definitely rough. It's probably best to wait out for the storm. Or if you really want to, you can try to keep pushing on, but choice is yours on what you want to do.
Yeah, Rokaz is right. We should rest.
You have to go
No,
for
go
it.
ahead.
No.
No.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, are these trees, are they around us? Are they dry? Are they good enough to build a fire with, or?
It'll probably take a little bit of drying, but in a little bit of time, and even a bit of magic could definitely help with that. You could take bits of the wood from the tree.
Yeah, I'm just gonna collect the driest pieces that I can.
Easy
At
enough.
the very least.
Just to make a small fire. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You're good to go.
Go.
I'm gonna heal Zephyr. Did we fix it
Oh.
that I can just click on the feet and it works, or do I just do it manually?
I think if you do it now, I think it should be able to roll for it. Do it and let's see what happens.
All right.
Healing. It did not. All right, you got to roll it manually.
Okay. So it's a D6 plus 4 plus number of hit dice, so 4. So a D6.
All
So
right.
that'll be a total of 11 total.
Goddamn.
Yeet.
All right, Zephyr, you see as Spike begins to approach, you would notice as her eyes begin to sort of flash purple once more, and you'll see as she begins to, well, actually, Spike, if you actually want to describe kind of how you're healing this or healing them, whether it's more of a sort of magical sort of thing, whether like it's sort of their wounds are sort of closing that way, or whether it's a sort of more literally taking bits of bandages and more and just wrapping them around Zephyr, or doing what you got to do to heal him. How is this?
It's more of a physical healing that just works really, really well. So I'll take some pomade out of my my healer's kit and start treating his burn wounds from the lightning. Checking them over and as my eyes shine brightly purple.
That being said, as this begins to happen, what would you all like to do? Cave, it is freezing outside, I will tell you that much, but at this point you're kind of used to it.
You guys just hear a thud as the wolf hits the ground with great force, and it's just yeeted the wolf corpse out of his bag.
Which one, the mechanical one or the flesh one?
The regular one.
Gotcha.
But he does rip off a plate off the mechanical wolf and then start just kind of chewing on it.
Easy enough.
Am I to the like? Have I been like grinded closely to the fire?
They haven't made the fire yet. Rokash has got the wood. And I don't think you guys want to make a fire out in the middle of a blizzard. You guys are still just outside.
Yeah,
are we
we'll go
outside?
into the
Oh,
cave.
okay.
Yeah, this is not the cave, guys. It's just like right here.
Myra would have
Or right
already
here.
been
Your choice.
making shop in the cave.
Alright, you guys move your tokens. Okay, if you're going this way, then I'll open this. Boop.
Myra was AFK for right there.
You're good.
Because Myra's dumb dog fell down the stairs.
Oh no. Are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine.
No, but
Alright, well, I'll pick up the wolf and then yeet it at the ground again.
Easy enough.
What?
Yeah, just go tenderize it. Yeah, okay.
it's
The
dead already.
I know. Look. So,
Um,
help me seal up the entrances so we don't get any of those fuckers knocking at our doors, okay? If that's okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Can you guys
Me-
deal with that? I'll try to defrost our wizard here.
Yeah, if we can start a fire, probably make it a bit easier.
I'll start prestidigitation, just like all over him. I'll just like recast it a bunch of times, and like I'll start in his face and kind of moving my hands like a little tiny heating pad.
Easy enough. I've been say it takes a little bit of time, but with prestidigitation and any bits of magic and more, after about 5 to 7 minutes, you're able to sort of unthaw your wizard out.
Oh. Thank you.
Well, they're
Now,
taking
see, the thing
time.
is, Navro, it's kind of like as you're doing. I got you, Maya. But it's like Navro, as you're kind of doing this, you have been like, you weren't like you're quote unquote incapacitated, but more so, you could actually see everything happening. Like occasionally, if anybody really looked at Navro, you could see his eyes sort of darting left and right while he was frozen, kind of deal. But go ahead,
Was it
Myra.
the same way I was frozen.
Well,
when
they're
I
all
was-
distracted. Well, most of them anyway. Myra's gonna attempt something, knowing that her blood's like the corruption. She's gonna go over to the wolf corpse and try to trickle some into its mouth to see if that does anything to it.
We want food.
Fucking our only source of food.
Make a stealth
guys.
check.
Fucking
Already
beat
fed you
my
guys.
passive. I bet you.
While you're stealthing to kind of do that. Also, well, yeah, Inga will have a fucking advantage on this. All right, everybody, make a perception check. Inga, you have advantage. While you're doing that,
Is that alt?
yeah, alt.
Do I have advantage as well?
God damn it, Ingot.
Yeah, you have advantage because you're a fucking oculi. Oh my god, everybody's just like, I see this. I know all of this shit. What the
I'm
fuck?
still high alert
rock.
from the fight.
Jesus Christ, I was hoping my I mean, they got a fucking AT, Jesus. I was like, okay, yeah, they're kind of fucked here. Okay, so
Just yeets a rock at his head, full force.
well, it's more so like Myra kind of slinks on over and just like they begin to, I assume, will like hold the legs of their arm out and let a little bit of blood trickle down. And it is, in fact, the color of the corruption, blue, greenish, and purple. As it begins to seep down, immediately Ingot, you just throw a rock, beating Myra in their little deer skull, and more. Before anything happens, Pete, you did have a question. What was it?
I
What's about-
would like to. I would like to go over and to the wolf corpse, and I look at Ingus.
The fur of this thing, can I use it? It's your wolf.
Use fur. It just gives you a thumbs up.
Thumbs up back, and then a little magic hand gives another thumbs up, and I go about. I get the axe head, the rusty axe head, and I'm a pretty smart guy, but I don't know how I'd go about with this type of material. I want to skin it, and I want to try and make a, at least with some of the fur, or at least with some of the pelt, I want to make a like poncho out of it, like a fur leather, not leather, a wolf pelt poncho for you.
So would you like to craft, my good sir, to make warm clothing?
Wait, how do you have the axe head? You gave it to me before you went into the arena to take Mimir's place.
Oh shit.
I kept that thing, and it's on a special place.
I look to Kat then, and or to Spike, and just kind of. Could I have that back? Because I actually need to know for spell casting.
Like how he had a nat 20, saw me doing this shit, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna skin it while she's doing that.
Oh man.
Oh,
More of like a subtle way of
Okay.
taking the body away and also doing a thing I want to do with the body. So
yeah. I'll pass the axe head back to you.
Okay.
Kept me
another
safe.
back-
So keep in mind, Myra, you did get hit with a rock or whatever, but are you still doing it anyways?
Oh yeah, no, I've completely ignored Ingot.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Ingot's gonna start licking your arm because your blood is the shiny color too.
I was gonna let you too, so.
Hey Moz, if you can do shout out commands. Thank you for the raid. Okay. So that being said, Ingot, I mean, oh god. So okay, what are you trying to do to? Are you trying to stop Myra at all again, or like describe it?
Ingot's like slurping up that blood.
Oh my god, this is not good.
Colored.
For the love of God.
You know,
you're gonna catch sizzles out of that.
He
thing,
wants to
come on.
know if it works like the
So
normal stuff.
to understand this right, you are going to. So Myra, you are going to experiment, and you are going to let a little bit of your blood, which is corruption based, drop onto the wolf, and Ingot, you are going to slurp up the likes of Myra's blood before it hits the wolf. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, here's what, I mean, I don't know, like, how the fuck do you do this? Like, do you run over to her arm and just start like a vampire? Like, what do you do?
Ingot just grabs the arm, puts his mouth like, I imagine his mouth is large enough to cover most of it, and just vacuums like half the arm.
Myra, do you see this massive mushroom reaching out towards you? Do you stop him?
That's a good question. Do I want to stop him? It's the better question.
Go ahead, Navra. What are you trying to do? Oh, Limbit decides.
You know what? No, I already have it. Yeah, you know what? I'll fucking shove my hand down his throat.
Oh my god.
And you know what? I'm gonna grab things that are sitting in his stomach.
This is gonna be something. Oh god damn it. What were you trying to do, Navra, before terribleness happens?
I would like to take the axe head, and I'm going to try and skin the pelt off.
Okay. So is anybody helping Navra skin the wolf at the moment? Well, you get...
I'll give him assistance, yeah.
So, I want you guys to just truly understand the visual of this. With like 10 seconds. Wait, what the fuck is the fear? Wait. What?
Just looking around, man.
Oh, wait.
I'm nowhere close.
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. I didn't know you were going over there. Let me know if you're trying to do that. Okay. Don't do anything because there's some shit over there for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good, you're good. So, to explain the visual, whatever, of this, like, over yonder Zephyr's shoulder, you look over and you see the likes of Rokaz and, you know, Navro just carving out a fucking wolf's fucking pelts and all that stuff. And right above it, like, not even beside it or off to the side, literally right above it, you see Myra basically fucking slashing their arm and then dropping blood. And then, no, they stop at there. They're like, no, that's too easy. They shove their fucking arm down this massive 8-foot-tall mushroom's throat, coursing themselves with the corruption, while they're slowly burning their arms alive from his myconid toxins. Both of you make
I'm
Constitution
resistant to
saving
poison.
throws.
I'm actually resistant to poison, so
Well, this will be great. So,
Just
We're
look up at
made for
Navro,
each
just-
other.
so
wait, does that give me
terrible.
advantage, or how does that work? Real quick?
you don't. I don't think you have advantage on saving throws against
I'm
poison.
resistant to poison.
Where you get resistance from poison from, anyways?
Yeah, from my race.
Oh, I didn't know they were resistant. Oh, I guess that makes sense. So I don't. Do they have resistance to the saving throw condition? How does Reborn work?
I mean, if they have resistance to poison or poison condition, they have advantage
Yes,
on
they do.
everything regarding it.
Yeah, advantage on saving throws against the demon being poisoned. Okay, yeah, make it with advantage and your Constitution check or saving throw, Myra. Ingot, make a Constitution saving throw because you have a fucking arm being shoved down your throat. That is a thing that I wouldn't think I'd have to say, but here we are. Welcome to the Ascent, ladies and gentlemen, and all non-binary individuals. Woo! What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's about how this works.
Zephyr is actively searching the cave, trying not to focus on the noises.
While I'm skinning it, I'd like to look over at the Ingot, like, what's going on here? What effect is this having?
Oh my god. Wait, what's going on here? Like the effect on what specifically?
What the blood is going to do to Ingot?
Oh. Oh yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
The corruption is like once it gets something, it's there. So I wanna see this.
Okay. So what ends up happening? Oh fuck. Actually, let me think about this. Okay.
I do want to explain that the last time I showed my blood to regular corrupted blood, it hissed at it. So it is different, yet the same.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea why.
You're not, yeah, I remember why. Okay. So, here's the thing. And you are straight up consuming, you are slurping this shit, right?
Yep.
You got that corruption drank.
Well, and then also you're choking on this thing with the fucking 11. Uh-huh. Yeah, me.
Hey, Sensei, can I just add something?
Well, yeah, real quick.
I feel like Ingot should get advantage because he's kind of used to deep throating.
The sad part is, it's true. That's the sad part. He's literally consumed entire steel swords.
Yeah, he's never consumed a living thing.
No, yeah,
I've consumed it before.
It's
twice.
not even that. It's more so the choking factor. Okay,
Look,
yeah,
Ingot
sure.
just doesn't have a gag reflex. It's, you know.
Yeah, make it with advantage and make another save.
This is why I ate Tony Takedown.
Look, you see, what we don't... what you don't know is that Zephyrin's scouting out Ingot for the OnlyFans.
Oh my god. Okay. So, here's what I'll say.
Oh, no.
So, Ingot, you can't breathe right now. As this arm is being shoved down your throat. You are choking and you're going to start making saving throws or you'll start taking damage over time in a bit. But on top of that, it gets worse. As you begin to try to slurp the fucking corruption down your throat, make the highest saving throw you've got. It wouldn't be soulbound without that saying. It really wouldn't. Oh my god.
Oh.
Do you want
Well.
inspiration?
Well, I'm trying to remember if 10 was a success or not for it.
No.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Oh, I don't know how much damage it deals at level 4. That's a good question.
It was like a D4 for every number. Was it a D4 for every number that you fail?
No, that's not how that works. It is, if I remember right, what was it? It was a D4 plus, oh god, it's been a while. Jesus Christ, what is it? Oh fuck, oh no, my brain just shut off completely. I think it was a D4 plus 5? I know it was plus 5 for sure. Or was it a D6?
It was a lot, because at one point it nearly flat out me at level 3.
Was it 2d4?
I'm pretty sure. It was 2d4.
Oh, was it? No, I think it was 2d4 because you guys reached the threshold of 3. Yeah, you're level 3 right now. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. And then at level 5 it changes after that. Level 4 is fine.
So it's still 2, just 2d4. I just
It's
wanted to
2d4
check. So,
plus 5.
I'm right for now. Never.
All right, you're gonna tank it, but here's what happens. You do take, in good old Project Aurora fashion, you take 11 points of astral damage, and you see as bits and parts of your person are slowly being corrupted and destroyed. Ingot, pick a memory and have it be lost.
How recent does the memory have to be?
It has to be like a significant reason. It can't, or like memory, excuse me. It can't just be like, oh, I forgot when we came into the cave. That's not really, significant enough. You can kind of be realistic or whatever, like using the scale of what everyone else is used to, kind of compare.
All right, sorry. I just gotta try and remember what Ingot actually knows.
It's not much, but
The memory of Amos.
I was gonna say,
but no, it has to be bigger than that. It has to be bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally what I was gonna say. I was gonna forget if what was happening, and then just come back to it. But what does Ingot even know? Sorry, this is a hard one because Ingot
So
knows
you can
little.
you can think back to, like, you don't just have to be like something in your backstory or anything like that. It can be something that's just happened in the campaign, aka like when you fought
He
the ogre zombie.
He forgets about the mines.
The mines. Oh, like all of it.
I mean, I don't know what's like significant enough. Whatever portion.
So it can be just like
if
it can be just a simple fight, like you going against the ogre zombie and escaping out of the mines and going upwards.
Yeah, I'll forget that then if I don't have to forget the whole thing.
Okay, all right. That memory is completely just snatched from the likes of your soul, corrupted and destroyed. As you see, as the astral damage begins to take form. I will adjust your token. At this point, you are still choking and you are still slurping on corruption juice. While that's happening over there.
Take my arm out real quick. Just die, please.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. While that's happening, Zephyr, you are over here investigating. What are you doing?
My ears are just twitching uncontrollably. My face is disgusted by the noises. And Kira is looking wherever he can that isn't there.
Oh my god. Okay, that is a sound I didn't need to hear.
Living ghost.
It's the immersive experience, Sensei.
The immersive experience. This is what we're here for.
Then here's Myra go, yes.
Zephyr, make an investigation check, dear lord. North in chat says, good God.
Not strong, guys. It's only gonna get downhill from here.
Session 1, it's good to be back, baby. Investigation 8. God damn it. Okay. So here, let me tell you what you do see. I mean, even with an 8. So, hold on, let me look at my notes. Oh god, I actually get to use notes now. Okay. Alright, blah, 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 blah. And you're looking over here? Okay. So what you find over here, Zephyr, is you find the likes of runes of the sorts carved into these hereby stones. You also look over to the side and you find a couple of strange sort of arrows lodged into the ground, some broken, some not, but they definitely seem to have a strange sort of essence to them. The runes, if you want to try to read them, I need to know what languages you do read. If not, that's basically like a broad sort of sense of what you get. If you want to like spend a little bit of time investigating more, then yeah, for sure.
Ingot, come check out the runes. They look so interesting. Yeah.
He's kind of slurping on blood at the moment.
Ingot, runes. They're interesting. Come on.
You just hear fucking Mimir just saying, oh, fucking hell, can someone turn me around?
On my way still?
If we have to deal with this, so do you.
I don't fucking wanna. Please.
It's your turn
like
now,
some
Mimir.
Fuck off.
Okay. Do you know what Zephyr is going to do?
What is it good?
Zephyr is going to just sit on the ground. He's going to take one of the heads.
Uh-huh.
He is going to get his fucking anchor and just smash it open.
Wait, smash one
So-
open. Wait, smash the
You know,
head.
one of the trophies.
Oh,
Yeah.
which one?
And he is, let's say the ogre. Yeah.
The ogre. Oh, and as you take this shit out, it smells like ass, trash, and succotash. That shit stank. You have had this fucking head for days, if not weeks, Zephyr. Not cleaned it, nothing. It has made you smell actually awful for this a bit of time. You lay its head out as it's all mushy and gooey. It is horrific. Flies and stuff sort of flying about it. And you take the anchor and you're gonna just smash this anchor onto it.
Zephyr has wide and unfazed eyes, just zoning out as much as he can. Okay. Dear Karanos, if I've ever asked you for anything, and I know I've asked you for a lot, but I kinda want to ask you for one specific thing. Give this man some fucking brains! Please give him the fucking insight to realize at least public decency and at least a little bit of smarts. You know, he's a prodigy's follower, I think. You want it to be good. You know, if not you, Karanos, why not? I forgot the guy's name. Nekatari?
Narukami.
Narukami. Give your followers some fucking brains and give yourself some at least dignity.
Want to
Amen.
point out that in Zephyr's mind, Myra is not the one in trouble. It is literally holding it here.
That being said, you know what? Fuck it, this is hilarious. Zephyr? Well, you pray to the god of storms and even the god of like foresight and more. Karanos, I think he can vibe with that prayer. I'll give you a chance. Make a persuasion check or just make a charisma based check to pray to your god and make a faith check. Remember, faith checks are a DC 20 and you will hold on, they did change a little bit. Hold on.
Does that matter?
My god.
13? Nah, it doesn't matter. Unless you got to reroll or something. Anybody got to reroll? I don't think so.
I can't reroll because I've already rerolled.
Ah.
You know what? You know what? For the point, take my inspiration. I want to see this happen.
Alright. One more time.
Yay.
You got to roll a
Can I
20
do
or
saving throw?
Yeah, this is supposed to be, oh, no, not saving throw. You can make it like any sort of charisma check. So if you want to make a persuasion, intimidation, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just make it charisma.
Intimidation? Oh, yeah. Can I redo that with intimidation?
I would just add the bonuses from the previous one, and it still wouldn't be enough.
So it would have been a 15.
Oh,
fucking hell!
My god.
Your gods don't want to hear it, man. They're more interested in what I'm doing.
Yeah, apparently. So, Karanos, you hear, it seems to be that Karanos, he hears you, but he's also a bit preoccupied at the moment, elsewhere in the likes of Odin. He kind of puts it in his, like, to-do list of, like, you know, but maybe he'll consider it another time. Sadly, that's not enough. Damn it, I actually want to see that happen.
Bro, same.
I have inspiration. Do you really want to see it, or can we?
It can only be one roll. But while that's all happening, I do want to make sure everybody gets their chance. Spike, what are you doing off to the side?
Spike is just a little bit in shock with like all the adrenaline dropping and all that. And she's just looking at everything in just like, what the fuck are they doing? And she'll just stand in the corner and just start bandaging her own burns from the lightning and just like, how are we not dead yet with all the dumb shit that we've been doing? Damn. And she's just gonna heal herself.
She's having a crisis right now. Like, what the fuck?
I think everyone is.
Understandable.
2 of us have already died, actually.
That being said, while that's happening, you can heal
12
yourself.
points for me.
All right. I'll
Also,
let
I
you
can't see
Okay.
the map.
Wait, what?
It's all black for me. Yeah,
Oh.
it's been
Okay, I
like
got
that
you.
for a while.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was asking earlier. I guess it was because it was light outside. It didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Outside it was fine, but once I got in, it was like,
Oh, dark vision.
thank you.
Yeah. Does anybody like they're not able to see anything? Anybody else?
I can see.
Okay.
I can see in a radius around me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like dark vision is basically into play, so I'll make sure everybody's dark vision
Oh,
is good.
that's probably why I can't see in here.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
That's true. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, I should probably make a fire soon. But currently, I want to try to get this fucking wolf away from the two chuckle fucks over here.
Oh no, I'm not done with that wolf.
I do not care.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys for the
We're
raid. Appreciate you.
We're gonna bring it over. I'm gonna bring it over. With the
Sorry,
He's
there's
not gonna get
shenanigans
word
right
in,
now.
so.
Welcome to Project Aurora. We fuck around here. We fuck around a lot. Yeah.
And they touched that wolf. I ram Myra's hand that's bleeding into its just like a
Fucking-
stupid thing.
Okay,
Cure
hold on.
wounds,
All
you no
right,
longer
pause,
bleeding.
pause, flag on the play. Okay, hold on. Let's do this one. Let's rewind the clock. Let's tackle this one at a time here. Let's go down the list. Okay, first off, Navarro and Rokaz, you guys are fucking skinning the likes of this wolf and more. You're trying to drag it away from Ingot and Myra, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting the fuck away.
They're not dealing with anything towards the wolf, so you guys can do that. You can move the wolf wherever you wish. Next things.
Going
Next
over here.
thing's
Fuck
next.
them.
All right, cool. That's handled.
I'm gonna tap Spike on the arm. Just like, come with us. Just a little bit of protection, please.
I
Mamir's just gonna say, "Fucking take me with you, please." He's gonna just yell out to Spike, "Please."
fine.
Oh, thank.
I'll grab him by a horn and
Myra's waist.
bring him over.
Thank you. Thank fucking Odin, and he's just gonna go along with you. All right, so we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, now we're gonna go over to these two. Okay, so well, what? Someone fucking explain what's going on over here. Even I'm confused at this point.
I took my arm out of his throat. I wanted to
Okay.
see if
He's
I
gonna
was
try to take it out of my throat. Shove it into
Oh.
Ingot's mouth.
Oh no.
What are you thinking?
My God.
I don't want to
Dude.
kill you.
I'm sorry, but you are on a one-way path to something that begins with V that I probably shouldn't say.
Oh my god.
Sensei, was my second wind used up on the bird, or was that not counted? 'Cause I used it, but like, don't know if you've counted that as a use or not.
I'm pretty sure abilities got used.
I'm
so-
pretty sure, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. You said, wait, are you talking about the inspiration or something else?
Second wind.
Second wind, yes,
I
that
wasn't
would have been
I
used.
wasn't sure. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yes,
Okay.
Ingot's slipping.
All right. So that said, we'll chalk this up to a grapple check. Myra, make an acrobatics check to try to rid yourself free of Ingot of all people. Ingot, make an athletics check to keep the arm lodged into your mouth. Oh! By some stroke of God, Myra, you were able to barely rip your arm free. Make another, but you do need to make another Constitution saving throw with advantage to resist the poison, though. From his touch of toxicity. Okay, what's that total?
15 with advantage.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. You don't take any damage. It does like burn a bit of your arm and stuff like that, but you are able to rip yourself free from the likes of Ingot's grasp. That being said, Ingot, you do cough up a bit, but you do stop choking on the likes of her arm. Myra, what are you doing? Are you running away? What's happening here?
Going to flick my arm, get all that stuff off of it.
Easy enough. You see as the sort of spittle and just general spores and toxic poisons fall on the ground.
My light's off, by the way, because I don't want to attract attention from the outside. And I flick my cloak as I approach where Zephyr said there were symbols.
Okay. That's
To myself about how this could be bad.
okay. Well, we'll get from there, and I'll have to write down Ingot has consumed the corruption once more. Myra, you can move your token off to the side. Go ahead, Pete.
It's a long list of things for him to be consuming. I feel like the list is going to be a couple pages at this point.
Oh yeah,
I think the Phoebe Morgan is going to have a trouble with, like, going to have competition with lists.
With the list, that That most definitely. I'm gonna say, hey man, they're a wanted criminal. What can you do? Wanted across 50 states. But anyways, that said, you guys made your survival check to skin the likes of the wolf, correct?
Oh,
No, I don't think we did.
Okay. You can either give one person advantage on the survival check, or you can just both make it.
I'll step back slightly, give my good friend Rokaz a bit of help, and I'll let him do it with advantage.
Go for it.
Can I throw guidance on this too, just for shits and giggles?
Sure, you get guidance. I was gonna give you a +2 because you're a fucking ranger, but sure.
I mean, I'll take whatever you can give. Look, man, my dice rolls today.
Hey,
I
make it
need all
with-
the help I can get.
Just teach them
make
up
it with
like I
advantage.
do.
23, Jesus. Yeah, 23 plus a 2, fucking guidance. Yeah, you skin the fuck out of this wolf. Actually, I'll tell you what. Actually, you know what? That'll beat the DC of a 25. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll tell you what. You can, if you really want to, you can make two persons worth of warm clothing out of this wolf. With a 25? Yeah.
Yeah. If no one has any objections to me using the skin, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go. We can have two persons worth of.
Yeah,
clothes,
two warm clothes. Hell yeah.
All right, there you go. So you guys begin
Let's use
to.
a backpack as well.
Now, granted, it's gonna take a little bit of time. I mean, but I'm not gonna have you like role play it out or whatever. If you guys want to talk amongst each other while you're sort of skinning it and making the likes of the pelt, usable, where it's not bloodied and all that other stuff, cleaning it, blah 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 blah. Go for it. But
Well, I feel like prestidigitation would be able to skip a few things with cleaning the blood and tanning it, like air drying it, pretty much.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So while we are tanning, I do want to turn over to Spike, and I look at her and
You saw something back there in the snow. What did you see?
Spike is meanwhile she picked up the wood that Rokaz dropped and was making a campfire. It's the how did we call him? Steve?
Jeff.
Jeff, okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was Jeff got to me again, and I think I heard Vitalia again, and there was more of those zombies than there actually was, I think, and then they all had your faces on it, but then it disappeared, and it was fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
These visions, did they look different? We've seen these creatures more than enough times to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
The ones you saw in that vision, were they different?
It wasn't a vision though. It felt real. Like they were there. They were right there in front of me. It wasn't just a mirage or like we've seen before. Anyways, I was just stressed during the battle.
And I've seen things, and I've heard things that sounded so real, but I knew they were fake.
Yeah.
Those weren't real. And if we can find certain times, certain ticks, so you know they aren't real, that would be very beneficial to us all. You are very helpful, but we cannot allow you to mistake mirages like that. Things that are not real with what is real.
It won't happen again.
I hope not.
And I lean in closer a bit.
If you do need help with this, do not be afraid to ask. If one of us falls, our odds go farther down tremendously.
I know. And Spike is basically putting up like a stronger face. Like she had a little bit of a moment of weakness when she was talking about the precisely what she was seeing. But with Navarro's reaction, she toughens up and tenses up, and I'm fine. I'll be fine.
At this point, Zephyr, you're still trying to investigate the likes of the runes over off to the side. While that's happening, I'll tell you a little bit of what you see now after a bit of time, but eventually, Rokaz, you're able to get the likes of the fire between the help of your allies and more. You're able to sort of make a small little thing, or a small little fire pit right here if you wish. If you wanted to move it somewhere else, by all means, then let me know, and I can just move the token. But there you go.
Yeah, I mean, we sealed the entrance, so...
You talked about sealing it, but you never really sealed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably not want to put it in the path of the opening.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
somewhere, maybe
yeah,
somewhere
like
down here, like where there's
Yeah.
a bit
Here,
more.
perfect. Where
Easy
like, the
enough.
wind won't like hit directly.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys can move your tokens there, and kind of as you begin to light the lights of the fire, you do see a couple of crystals of the sorts.
We cannot
Familiar
let-
ones at that to the likes of Spike and Navro.
We
but-
cannot let Inga see those.
I'm going to very quickly like give them all up. I'm really quite doing it. Look over my shoulder.
You look over around. Is he there? Shiny. No, I'm joking. But make a survival check. This is more so to see how many you're able to sort of, grab and like get that are useful, right? To scavenge. 16. That will beat the DC. Alrighty. Here's what you find. You find the motherload in these. So you find one small, or wait, how much was it? Yeah, you find one smaller sort of crystal, which is nice. That's cool. But you see another crystal of the sorts that is larger than any of the ones that you've seen before, pretty much in your entire life. Not a medium-sized crystal, but a large mana crystal. If you guys were level 5 or higher, then this would be used to be able to restore a 3rd level spell slot. But because you obviously can't do that, you can use this large mana crystal to restore 3 spell slots at once. Or 3 levels worth of spell slots.
I look at it, and it's the same crystals that we saw in the mines, correct?
Exactly.
I'm going to... I'm going to put my ear close up to it again and see. Those laughs, are they still there?
You begin to hear a childlike giggling once more. And this time, you can actually put a face to this childlike voice of a pixie.
I smile, nod, and listening to this like a conch with the sounds of the ocean. I put it back into my robes as much as I can, because these things are kind of filled at this point. I don't have any like satchel or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back with all the shinies that I have and sit back and kind of fashion cut and try to make the poncho.
Alrighty. That being said, Rokaz kind of doing more of that sort of thing, but with their survival check and more. You kind of already have the poncho. It's more of just like, getting it together and designing it and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, fuck it. If you want to call this Soulbound Shippuden or whatever, you want a fucking character change and have a fucking cloak now, then I don't know, contact Finn. There you go.
Amir is here as well. He's with
yes.
us.
Whoops. He's on Spike's sort of belt.
I turn to Mimir, and
throughout all of this, every one of us, every one of them, has found out something about themselves. A person, a past of anything. I found nothing. You really can't find anything about me? At all?
I'm sad to say no. You're sort of, well, actually, make sure to confirm this because it's been a while. Have you told Mimir that you are not of this universe, basically?
I don't even think he'd know that. I don't think Navra would
Fair.
know that.
Yeah, that's fair. That being said, Mimir would then say, no, nothing. That being said, well, what sort of things do you really, I mean, you're back in this sort of, well, arena, and I can't really say too much because the packet that you made have secrets and more, and we have a little bit of company. And he's gonna look over to Rokaz, and if you guys don't remember, all those secrets that you said to one another in the likes of the arena of the gods, you said it to everybody except Rokaz. So if you ever Rokaz ever knows or figures it out, then you will die immediately.
Excuse me, what?
Woo!
Like
'Cause I would-
cosmic death? Or is
Not
it
cosmic
normal
death, but just die.
Like,
Okay, so there's like once we get Revivify,
Yeah, you're good. You know, like we could. That's not a big deal. But right now, that's kind of
I see.
But, well, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I really haven't seen so many sort of the things that you mentioned before. Those visions, those memories, I haven't seen them anywhere in Voten. Nothing like it. I mean, it could be from a different realm, like a different, I don't know, planet, plane, whatever, but I got nothing. That's strange. Because I got something for each and every single one of you. At least a little inkling.
Has this ever happened before?
Ooh. Thinking, is that canon or not? Honestly, nah, it's not canon, so, no. Never before from what I've seen.
Then I am truly alone in this world.
Sorry.
I see.
Well, the most I can sort of get a read for you is just really that mark upon your hand and stuff. But that's about it.
The stakes have risen.
Stakes
Jeff,
have already been risen.
Jeff came to wherever I'm from, meaning that even beyond the bounds of this world, that force can damage and destroy.
Well, beyond these worlds, I can fucking tell you that for sure. Rokaz,
Yep.
you're capable of extraordinary things, such as, well, from what I could probably understand about you, especially amongst your person, things of astral nature, sort of strange planes and more, if you understand what I'm getting at.
Something like that, yeah.
Have you sort of decided to look into things recently? Maybe you could help out with Navra in this sort of case. Maybe something... there's something that you could see that I couldn't, somehow.
Well, I mean, I could see if there's any kind of cross bridge, if you know what I mean. Within a mile of me, anyway. If that'll help.
Yeah, might as well try, right?
Alright, then I'm gonna use Detect Portal.
Alrighty, and we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, Ingot. Oh, meanwhile, over here. Oh, I flipped the fucking mushroom upside down. Ingot, are you doing anything off to the side, or are you just chilling over here?
I was going to do stuff. but very importantly, what does Myra's blood taste like? And is it the same as normal corruption?
Same as normal corruption of the sorts. I mean, it's not like it's a slightly different taste, but nothing that I should kind of like note that'll be like, oh, it's super significant, right? It's different. You can differentiate, but it's for the most part the same.
Alright, Ingot would definitely know the slightest difference in corruption. It's his favorite flavor. Ingot was actually going to go over to the runes and look at them, because runes means shiny writing, and shiny writing is good.
Alright. That being said, move your token. Shiny writings or the rune writings would be over onto these rocks and these rocks over here.
I'll probably start at the closer ones and move over to the other ones.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so if that's the case, alright, make some investigation checks for me, if you could.
Investigation. Oh, Ingot's not good at that. Oh, Ingot did okay.
Alright, with a 14, here's what you see. Oh boy, we got some stuff to talk about, Ingot. So, oh, fuck, Zephyr, what's your passive investigation as well?
Passive investigation is 10.
10? Okay, no, probably not. So Ingot, what you would see is multiple bits of runes, kind of runes similar to you found in the Arena of the Gods and more, and also even the ones Mimir has very, very briefly, like barely even, described to you before. These are the likes of giant runes. In fact, make a history check to see what type of giant runes.
As I'm looking at these, could I also call out for Mimir?
Sure.
Because Ingot would want help. Maybe Head, please help shiny writing.
Oh, fuck.
Zephyr is quickly just going to lean over to Mimir. Hey, can't you wise him the fuck up? I tried asking Karanos and I forgot the names. But they don't seem to be answering. You know, you're the god of knowledge. Give him a bit of fucking knowledge.
You just straight up say like, hey, yo, he's the god of knowledge in front of Rokaz.
Sorry, too busy concentrating on my portals.
I was AFK. I didn't see whatever Rokaz did. I'm sorry.
No, it's more so you just say like, oh yeah, this is a god, by the way.
Oh.
Alright.
Wait, he's a what? Oh.
We'll get to that in a minute, but... Oh, what were you trying to say, Myra?
Oh, I was gonna say, he's not that far away from Rokaz either.
No.
I said I whispered into Mimir.
Bro, you ain't whispering that shit. You ain't whispering that shit over here.
He's on Kate's waist. Currently.
He's right in front of you, buddy.
And I would have taken it off.
He's on Spike's side, unless you're whispering to Spike's hip. I don't know, man.
Hey, little mama,
Pick him
let me
up
whisper
by
in
the
your hip.
horn.
Oh man. But I'll tell you what, just make an intelligence check to see if you're smart enough to remember to do that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because you didn't say that you were whispering. The only reason I'm saying this is because you didn't say that you were whispering before.
I said I was
did.
whispering.
He did? Oh,
yeah.
If he said he was whispering it beforehand, then okay, never mind. That's on me.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't say you were whispering. You were just fucking saying this out loud amongst the campfire here.
Just doing it, you know.
Okay.
I don't want to get another sword in my side. Thank you very much.
Okay. My apologies. I'm sorry for that. I thought that was miscommunication on my end. Okay, if you just whisper it to him. I'm not bullying you. I made a mistake, goddammit. I'm human. Fuck. But Mimir would actually speak into your mind, and he would just say, well, repeat what you asked him or told him.
Basically, what I asked Karanos.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I remember now. Mimir would say, well, the thing is, remember our sort of arrangement? I can't really sort of use too much of my divine powers. It's a sort of covert, sort of secretive thing that I'm even with you all. Get too much attention of the gods and you'll be fucking meeting the wrath of every pantheon.
I'm talking elementary school teacher,
No, well, remember,
not fucking curriculum.
I know, but thing about the gods, we can't directly affect a sort of individuals. Well, another god could probably do it, but again, that'd make themselves known. We don't need to make ourselves known. I could
just
sort
mean
of
teach
do...
him. I don't mean alter him. I just mean teach him.
Teaching, I
Share
guess.
your wisdom. That's what you're here for. As well. No, you're here because we're helping you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a long day. It's
yeah,
been a
fucking
very, very long day.
Actually,
yeah.
that reminds me, we got some gifts from the arena a while back. Maybe we should use those, right? I am talking about the belts that we
Oh, yeah.
haven't attuned to.
Which
I think I still
10
have
sessions later, baby!
I brought it up
I'm
every
actually here.
session.
At the very end, not in the moment.
You'll see as... Well, hold on, I want to make sure I can get everything down, so don't add to anything too yet, because we got a lot of stuff to cover, because we still gotta go back to Ingot. So, Mimir will say, I can definitely fucking think of, try to help him out. But ultimately, I can sort of lead a big mushroom to water, but it's up to him whether he decides to drink it or not. Alright, so
Please, he's drunk enough already.
I said, someone, if you could, just sort of lean me to Ingot. Oh. Alright. Well, that's sort of happening off to the side. Ingots, well, I guess point of order. Nah, let's get this one done first, because this is gonna be a whole fucking ordeal, Rokaz. Alright.
Yeet.
So... Oh, man. Oh, damn. Fucking hell, time is fucking flew. Jesus Christ. Ingot, what you would see as Mimir would, begin to look over this, he'll just say, these, frost giant runes, from what I can tell. Probably sort of carved here not too long ago. Actually, no, wait. Actually, no, longer than I expected. Probably several months, if not a couple of years, even. Actually, if you want, you could probably, go about inscribing these things. At this point, you'll probably have enough runes to probably start enchanting stuff, if you really want to. But you'll probably need a couple of things and tools before you start making and enchanting magical stuff left and right. What do you say?
We wanted to make shiny writing. Also, didn't you say you wanted a history check or something?
Yes, make a history check on top of that. 4? Okay, you're good. It's relatively what Mimir told you anyways.
Make shiny writing.
Yeah, you'll make shiny writing and you're gonna make powerful writing at that. Here, get to carving, or get to at least writing this somewhere down, something. I don't know if you gotta carve it down in the ground or into your skin or somewhere on a piece of piece of parchment. Just whatever you got.
I'm just gonna carve him into some rocks, because he always has rocks.
Fair enough, again, getting ahead of the game. So, that said, what are you carving with, like, into the rocks? Like, are you using, like, a sword or something? What are you using?
Yeah, I'm just using my sword. I'm just carving it straight into them rocks.
You got it. That said, that is what you're doing, after this side. That'll take a little bit of time, but, easy enough. One other thing, this is, make a perception check, Ingot. There's one little thing to see how perceptive you are. 8, nah, you're focused on this. Okay. That said, Rokaz, here we go. As you begin to detect portals. Now, I like to be a little bit nice when it comes to voting or whatever, and I like to bend the rules when it comes to the range on how far you can detect portals out. And you get a blip alright. Get a big blip. You feel a overwhelming presence of a portal, a rift even, emerging from afar. Probably, let me make sure I got this right. I think so the mountain is there. Kind of towards the northeast of where you are right now. It seems to be ripping itself free and leading to who knows fucking where. But that same sort of feeling that you have whenever you're dealing with the corruption, or even around them or anything like that. It definitely is similar in nature. And whatever this portal is, it is expanding in size rapidly. Still, to this day. Whatever the fuck caused that thing, that shit is most definitely dangerous, and who knows what monstrosities can necessarily... Who cares about getting into it? It's more so what monstrosities can come out of it. That's the thing that worries you. That being said, now that you have this information, what do you say and what do you do with it?
You know, perhaps I should have lived in ignorance. Well, there is a portal nearby. It's a big one. And, how do I want to put this? It's angry.
Angry.
It is
Constantly.
It is constantly, seem to be getting bigger and bigger with each moment. It's,
Weren't you group and that old fool talking about something like that?
Really? You're never.
If you want to peer further into it to maybe figure out where it could lead, you can make a wisdom check, but the DC is very high. But you can certainly try if you want to.
Sensei.
So Mara?
Since detect magic, I can just basically constantly have it active because it doesn't require anything.
I think so, with the Eldritch Invocation, right?
Yeah, it really doesn't like it just constant action, but like might as well just honestly just keep it up and left like 10 minutes. Can I see what kind of magic he's using to see these portals?
Sure. Looking at the types of magic he's using, it's more so it's definitely a strange thing when it comes to like ranger magic. It's more of like, it's a strange mix between druidic type magic as well as sort of planar travel or teleportation type magic. I believe teleportation magic, I think it might fall under the likes of evocation? Is it conjuration? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, then conjuration type magic, but it's a mix between that and druidic.
And anything to me that
Oh, you're cutting out.
thing within 30 feet of me that catches my eye as particularly strange?
Oh, most definitely. You look over towards Ingot and Mimir, as well as the runes behind you, and you get a heavy sense of a new type of magic that you've never really seen or detected before. It doesn't fall under any of the schools of magic, however, that you're like any normal spellcaster would be taught of the sorts. You can make an Arcana check, but I don't think anyone's basically told you what it is exactly. I mean, you could always just ask someone, but 17. It seems to be, as you look towards it, it's more so not necessarily dealing with the rocks themselves, but what's written on the rocks, what's carved, what's engraved into it. It seems to have at least magical power, not necessarily activated, but wanting to be activated. You're just not entirely sure how to do that in the slightest, as this is a completely new school.
Slap it. That's what I did originally.
Do you just walk over and just slap it?
Yes. However, I am also going to channel my Eldritch energy into that slap.
Okay. That's You try to channel, you slap it, conjure a little Eldritch energy, almost calling back to the likes of your patron, seeing if anything can happen, and nothing out of reaction besides, just you hitting your hand.
Yeah. That was it.
You get the sense that maybe it's not necessarily either that something about this isn't finished, or it's missing a sort of source. I don't think the right word is a conduit, but something for the magic to be sort of casted through. The rocks just have it sort of engraved onto it just to get the message out, or like the notes of it, but it doesn't have like an actual focus or something to, you know, let itself be free.
Oh, I know what to do. Do they still have a pile of gems over there that we've known about?
You wouldn't know about it, but Navra does have mana crystals and like out of game.
I mean, are any still visible? Is what it meant.
Actually, I think
Walked
I think so. Because I think you just have a community pool. I mean, you could always just ask. So I think you had mana crystals in general. Let me check the ye old resource shop, and while that's happening, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Just a second.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna be like passively preparing the wolf for food.
I also wanted to see if I could bring it back to life. That would have been interesting.
Soulbound resources. Let's see.
Zephyr is very hangry. Much more pressing.
I fed him like not even a day ago.
No, you guys are literally, you guys were out of mana, so yeah, you wouldn't even realistically ask for any mana because you would have no idea.
Well, since he's trying to prepare food, and I know he shoved it in his thing, did any fall out?
Well, you don't know that he shoved it pretty much in his satchel or anything like that.
Oh, I forgot he had a satchel. Never mind.
Or wherever, you know, Navro places his things. And his video game backpack. In his ass.
In the dimension. Yeah.
His prison pocket.
Alright. That being said, is anybody doing anything? Ingrid, you're wrapping up the last bit of carving the bits of these runes. Is anybody else doing anything, or waiting for Ingrid to get back?
I wanna try to peer in and see where that portal goes.
Make your wisdom check. Go ahead, Spike.
I am attuning to the belt.
Tuning to the belt. Who is your partner in crime? Your tag team champion as you take Tony Takedown's belt and Stan the Man Suplex's WWE Championship, brother.
If I remember correctly, we had decided that Ingot would be the other one that would have the belt, right?
Ingot does have a belt, but no one's told him to attune to it, so to him it's just a very nice belt.
Gotcha.
Beautiful.
Alright, so you can start attuning to it, and you can eventually get Ingot's attention to do it. Roka's with a 12, you get any rerolls, or is that where it is?
Unless I can throw guidance, that's about it.
Yeah, I'd probably say you could realistically do it.
Sure, why not? Let's see. Alright, 14.
Nah, it's not gonna be enough.
Nope.
I've been said you try to peer into your mind further, but it seems to be just the distance at this point. It more so loses a lot of the details and just gives you the bigger picture, and it is a big picture.
Well, I don't know where it goes, but it's big, it's angry, and it feels similar to the corruption, so it's probably not too friendly.
Why
if
did
you
you
catch
say
my
that?
meaning. Shit.
It's been a month. We were so good. We went the whole session without saying that fucking word. Hey, Rokaz.
Runs over and slaps him on the back of the head.
Rokaz, make the highest saving throw you've got.
Yep. Yeet.
Oh,
For one,
my.
I keep rolling on D&D Beyond. Let's try this do this properly.
Was it Myra for once?
It wasn't Myra for once.
25.
Ooh.
25, that's really good. So, with your 25, as fucking Zephyr's just walking away. Oh no. But don't go too far, Zephyr. But I'll come
Wait here.
Okay. With a 25, you take half damage, and you do not lose memories. But, are you an amnesiac?
No, I do not have the amnesiac background.
Okay. Wait, you sure?
You don't?
No,
I could have
have the
swore
hermit
you
background.
did.
No, I have the hermit background. Because I'm not an amnesiac, I'm from here.
That's
Your
right.
character card is wrong then.
I could have swore up and down you were like amnesiac, or you had. Okay, out of game. Like, I swear you could have had some form of amnesia, right? From what I remember, or am I completely off? Like, even if it's not the background, but like a decent bit.
I mean, the only thing was the whole time skip from my past to now. I guess that's technically amnesia. Because I don't have those years, if those years even happened.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's what happens then. With your 10, you do take 10 points of astral damage, reduced to 5, as you succeed on the saving throw. But you do gain a little bit of information, but not really much. You begin to recall back, finding yourself in the likes of the snow. And as you begin to see this, you notice as the mountains, the lands, the seas, even the sky begin to slowly turn and shift. They begin to manifest this sort of astral light, and they begin to almost spread, multiplying, and almost like an infection across the likes of the lands. As it takes over all of the surrounding area, you try to run and escape from the likes of it. You and anything living as well. You see the likes of animals such as deer or even simple rabbits are taken by the likes of the corruption. Birds they fell from the sky and crash into the likes of the ground, corrupted and turned into an astral light. You stand there trying to hold your ground and to escape, but regardless, you're not fast enough. You're not strong enough to resist their might. Final breaths, final moments you see eventually vanish, and you appear, or you begin to recall emerging out of the likes of an astral prison and then eventually meeting the likes of Navro.
Oh.
What's up?
Right. My apologies. It feels like Jeff.
Shit.
Speaking of Jeff, any particular reason why my blood flows with its colors?
I died to it. Maybe you did too.
Color's your blood.
I look back at my cloak. I don't think I've ever cleaned it fully. And I kind of unfurl a little, and I show that, like, the injuries I had taken in the mine, there is still the dried, corruption-esque blood still on my robes. And I show that off a little. It's probably very dried up by now, but it's still there.
I'm the same as you.
At this point, real quick, Ingot, you would be done inscribing all the runes.
Oh, excellent. I'd probably move over to the other side to look at the other runes to see if they're different.
For the most part, nah, not really. You got the general basic principles down, and this is also me assuming, like, you would go back and forth between them, see if there's anything different. Nah, not really.
Okay. Alright, have I achieved anything with making these runes now?
Not necessarily making the runes. You are missing one vital thing for enchanting and stuff in general. Going back to the rules, you do need to the likes of a jeweler's kit, and you need proficiency in it. You also need, I think, I forgot exactly what it was. I think it was stone carving or it was something. I'll look at it in a minute. But you need those 2 proficiencies, and you also need mana reserves as a buildable structure. You won't be able to start enchanting stuff. You'll be able to make the runes and all that like ahead of time. You won't be able to actually imbue the magic into items yet until out of game, until you probably get to like a base of operations, aka with Secrets in the Sands.
Okay, the proficiency is going to be a hard one.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of learning, but I mean, with a bit of time, yeah, you'll be fine.
I'd be able to help him when he's doing that, right?
Oh yeah, if you want to teach him how to do it. Granted, you have to know how to do it yourself, but you also have Mimir who can kind of just definitely do that. Just teach people.
Continuing conversation where you said we're alive
Sorry, you cut out a lot there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm mumbling a bit because my headset's messed up right now. I
Mm.
got a new one I got to set up, but saying that you'll like me is not quite the same. It barely did anything to you. You've exactly done.
Cannon.
I can barely move on my own. I'm a skeleton with sheet muscle. I hardly say that's nothing.
Barely human. And at this point, she'll show off one of the strange things that she has going on about her, where using a spell to actually do this, because I know we're probably gonna rest here for a moment. I'm going to use stepping back though, so I don't actually hurt anyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Myra grabs her chest, tears it open. Will just start flying out in all directions before she closes it.
What flies out again? You cut out.
Arms of Hadar.
Arms of
As
Hadar.
Black tentacles burst out from her chest in all directions around her.
As this begins to happen, you see as literally just ripping free from the likes of your chest and all of your body and more. Oh, take away the damage. You see as these astral tendrils begin to slowly form and almost wrapping around, sending themselves forth into anything in your way and in your path of destruction. You see as the entire area begins to just sort of reside coated with this astral light before you begin to close the likes of your chest and more. And the wounds close, and the arms of Hadar retract.
Looking at them, the arms of Hadar, are they like the corruption? Could I make some kind of arcana check?
Oh, you don't even... I mean, unless you want to learn further, they look exactly like them.
Okay.
Like me, he says. Then tell me, can you do that?
I don't know what I was like in the past. For all we know, I could have been as strong as Spike over there. Hell, I could not have even been human, or... Am I human?
That being said, while you're wondering and pondering over there, Zephyr.
Oh,
hold on.
real quick though. Does he give off a natural, magic of sorts?
Say that again?
Do you have like a natural kind of magic? Since he's a wizard, I mean.
Yeah.
And I've got detect magic on. Does he give off any kind of magic? Or
Not at the moment. Like he's not carrying any magic items, I don't think. Or anything like that. I mean, maybe if he had an arcane focus, which I don't think he has.
I do the active now.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah, that, I mean, but that's about it. But we'll get back to that in a minute.
Magic crystals
Oh.
smashed all over him.
Yeah, never mind. That's a big thing. Yeah, it straight up is a beacon for your detect magic. In fact, this is probably one of the biggest sort of pulses that you would have seen from the likes of detect magic and more, because it's it's basically condensed version of it. But we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to make sure everybody gets the chance to do stuff. Zephyr, what are you doing?
He's just taking a rest and trying to reorganize himself. It's been a long day. He's just taking a rest.
That being said, begin to take a rest, leaning amongst the side, and as you do, you begin to look towards the likes of your anchor and just kind of set it off to the side. But one thing of note you do see. You earlier were looking at the runes that I eventually discovered by Ingot to be frost giant runes of the sorts. You look towards the anchor and it seems to have one or two similar sort of engravings upon it. Didn't really notice it because you kind of just ripped the likes of the anchor off and then just ran around with it. But after giving a little bit more of investigation, you do notice it.
It is time now. He's going to start to clean it off. Get a bit of cloth and just scrub off. Get a bit of something more matte and try and get the rust off. Wash it down. Trying to clean it and yeah, just fixing it up, basically.
All right. And also, so I know Pete wanted to do something first, and then I gotta go to Myra. I will just say one thing.
Out.
Gotcha. Yeah, because we gotta end the session like 2 minutes or whatever.
Okay, I'm gone because my pizza just arrived. I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thanks for the session. It was wonderful.
See ya.
Glad to have you, buddy. Go ahead, Navro. There's one last thing you want to say before we have to close everything out. Oh, hold on, let me get fucking Terry bot in here.
Oh. No. Don't fuck up the UI. Don't fuck up the UI.
Boom. Oh, fucking Discord crashed. I fucking opened up fucking the thing and then Discord fucking crashed. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. The thing that Navro had to say was so powerful it broke the fucking universe. Okay, we're back. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird.
You didn't hear any of that.
No. You were about to say something and then I just left immediately.
Why did you do that, Sensei? What the fuck? I'm gonna go over to Zephyr, kind of a little slowly, and I'm gonna help, like, kind of lay on the anchor and help clean it with prestidigitation, and as well, before, like, you know, finishing up, I just want to say, we have some food being prepared. We have wolf.
Nari, sure. Let's talk tonight, okay, Navro?
Say that again, sorry?
Let's talk tonight. Just thanks for the help, though. You're a good friend.
Sure. No problem. And I sit next to him. I'll sit next to him again. Just and kind of lay down for the night with my new bear pelt. Bear pelt? Wolf pelt.
Wolf pelt.
Wolf pelt.
If it was a bear pelt, that would be really awkward.
You'll have a little bit of bear pelt on you. Don't worry.
That being said,
Don't give the shippers any fuel. Goddamn.
oh god. And with that, as you say, we'll talk tonight in Voden fashion. You all begin to look outside and see as, well, kind of like outside the cave, because you guys never blocked it off, keep in mind. You'll see as outside the sun will no longer shine, the blizzard will also begin to fade, and instead, the brightened sky will be replaced, crack and tear and surge for a moment before changing to a darkened sky of night. And with that, that is where we will have to call the first session back of the Ascent.
Well, I guess it's tonight then. So, you know this girl named Stacy? You know, she's a real pain in the ass.
And cut! Alright. Oh my god, that was wild. Thank you guys so much for playing. Literally, time fucking flew by. I looked over at the clock or whatever, I'm like, holy shit, it's been 3 hours. Oh fuck, we gotta end session soon. God damn. Oh man, I missed this. I really did. But thank you guys so much for the players. Thank you guys for everybody who decided to watch. I'm gonna break down stream in a minute and thank everybody for the raids and follows in just a moment. But yeah, thank you guys again for playing. Hope you guys are excited to get back into the thick of things with Soulbound. I've missed this, man. I've missed this very much.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's always fun.
But glad you guys enjoyed it, and I will be back. If you guys want to hang out and chat like usual, you can do so. I'm just gonna go break down stream. All right, bye-bye. So, let's go to the overlay over here. All right. Thank you guys again for watching and all that good stuff. Oh, I guess it's showing people in chat. Discord chat in general. But thank you guys again for watching. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is SenseiSuplex, and I am a professional dungeon master. I run basically this giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, exclamation point project in chat, where basically every single campaign that you'll see ran by me, and also any campaign or one-shot adventure ran by any of the dungeon masters in Project Aurora, they can all affect each other in big and small ways, as the entire universe is connected. You guys in chat actually can change the likes of the games in a multitude of ways through the likes of inspiration points, as you may have seen or earlier today, but many different ways. That being said, anybody can join, anybody can leave their mark. You can join into a game of the sorts and try to get in. You can try to hang out in any of the chats and leave your mark that way by giving out inspo points, whatever. But the thing is, how will you leave your mark? That being said, if you want to catch back up, you maybe joined in for the first time, you're like, dang, this is a cool campaign. I wonder how the fuck Spike was a thing, or where Spike came from, where Rokaz got introduced, and what did exactly they all go through. Well, hey, I got something for you. Go to the YouTube channel for SenseiSuplex. I'm linking it right there. Go to the YouTube channel and you'll actually be able to see all of the VODs of this campaign and all the other campaigns. And every single one of them are complete. The Ascent, the first session for the Ascent is a little bit wonky because we had a lot of technical issues back then, but hey, we got through. Holy fuck, we have 40 viewers. What the fuck? Holy shit. Thank you guys so much. What the hell? How many people do we have in this fucking stream? Jesus Christ, thank you guys so much. And also thank you for the bits and subs. I'm gonna quickly read them all out real quick if I can. Let me refresh this and let's see if we hit our goal. Did we hit our goal? Did we? Come on, I know everybody, there's a lot of people in here. There's got to be a couple of people that haven't hit the follow button. We literally need 6 followers before we hit the big 1400. If you haven't followed already, then be sure to drop a follow and get notified, because we're actually going to have another session, not for the Ascent, but for Rime of the Frost Maiden. Actually, not that name, but we're going to have the Rime of the Frost Maiden tomorrow at 10 a.m. Saturday, or 10 a.m. Eastern time, obviously. And that's going to be featuring the likes of Orange Flame, Narth, Eltara, or Sammy, Bimroth, Rick Hards, and the likes of Fish, and many more. Lots of people. So be sure to get notified for that. But real quick, I want to thank everybody. So, Lays, thank you for the follow. Chaotic and Rider, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs as well. Onion Soup, thank you for the follow. Natural Havoc, thank you for the raid. Feral Stalker, thank you for the follow. The Bleak Season, thank you for the follow. Check these out. Thank you guys so much for the raid. Stream team. Narth, thank you for the bits. Shane, thank you also for the 100 bits. Orange Flame, thank you for the bits. Shane again, thank you for bits. Max Fish, you too. Bimroth Raven, thank you for the resubs. Narth, thank you for the gifted sub. And Roller 300, thank you for the gifted sub. Cybernet Moon, thank you for the follow. And Pass, thank you for the follow. And I think that is everyone. Yep, that's everyone. Thank you guys again so much. We're going to drop this off in the likes of we're going to actually try to leave off on a good note. We're going to raid some random person in the D&D community, and we're going to make their day, because that's what we like to do here. We like to spread the positivity. We like to, make people smile, even if they're having a bad day, a good day, or whatever, Let's just make somebody have a good time. So we're going to send all the love and support their way. Who should we raid? Friday D&D creation. Fuck it. Wait, hold on. Is Evan streaming? I think Evan's not streaming anymore. Yeah, no one's streaming at this point. Okay, let's go send over to Friday D&D World Creation by either Spear or Spire Gaming. We're gonna go raid them. So I want each and every single one of you guys, as usual, the whole deal. Make sure you leave a follow on their stream. Make sure you go leave lots of love and support. Be very, very nice. And amazing as a community as you guys typically are, right? And yeah, just make sure that, let's just put a smile on their face. Okay, we're gonna go raid them. Spear Gaming. How the fuck do you spell this? RR Gaming. That is not how, what? That is exactly how it's spelled, unless it's case sensitive. I am very confused. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste the name, and then maybe that'll work. There we go. All right, start the raid. All right, thank you guys again so much. Make sure to join on in, and I'll see you guys actually when I see you guys. Bye. Have a good one.